right? What do I name this?
Yesterday, I was like playing Hades, which is like, oh my god, like you have to pay attention to what you're saying and doing and dialogues. And I finally managed to get Patroclus and Achilles together. Very gay, but I was like there, and he was like blah 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 blah, blah, and wanting me to pay attention. And I'm like, listen, my brain wants one way. Can we wait until I finish getting Patroclus and Achilles together so I can pay attention to you? You're not paying attention to me.
Okay, this needs to not do this. If I get the same curse that Rick has, I will cry.
I was having that with Asher too.
Oof.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
will cry. Don't do this.
Rest in
Depend.
it was
peace.
resetting everything that I was putting on Asher's character.
Anyways, we're live, pal.
Wow.
Wow.
Hello.
Hello, internet.
Hello, internet. So, picking up where we left off last time, you all had been invited to a meeting with Jojara the Hutt, to discuss. Good morning, hello. To discuss the Black Spire situation, and just because he generally just kind of respected all of you, especially Corey. You are in fact dead. You met with him, watched him explode, escaped from his penthouse, with the aid of Ada, someone from Rin's past, who apparently was working for Jojara, and apparently who knew that somebody was going to attempt to take his life. Before dying, he told you that his plans were to make Fika, his youngest son, the heir to the Khajiitic, kind of going over Wanos, the eldest. And you relayed this message to Ada, the Siren, and Hago at the safe house when you finally reached there. Which was a surprise to all of them as well. You decided to continue tracking down the Black Spire spice, in particular the Spice Lord, as you learned that there were several spice dens in the lower sectors of Nar Shaddaa, and were given a list by Jojara, and were asked by the Siren to continue tracking this list. She also secretly told Ada that Fika's airspeeder had been attacked as they were making their way from Jojara's penthouse, and both Fika and his two passengers, who were Zane and Jariel, were missing. You think somebody overheard that, I forget who. You continued your investigation of the Black Spire spice, moving through several dens, speaking with several individuals, circumventing several different encounters. The first one just by sheer luck and charisma, as Kylo and Rey was trying to open up spice trade on.
You're so stupid.
That's on Ivan. It's all his fault.
Somewhere. Ryloth, I don't fucking remember.
It was fuck. I legit forgot. It's not in my head anymore.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's the planet from the Rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lothal. Yeah, there you go.
Lothal, yeah.
You know how I remember this? I think Mythal, and then I remember it. That's my
Dork.
brain. That's me.
you encountered Shredder mysteriously, as you thought he was on your ship, and he exploded on all of you before you were attacked by Rummygum the Revenant, an enemy from your past that none of you remembered, especially because most of you weren't there. A deadly fight broke out, with Ren losing his life and not wanting to come back to life. Finally finding rest, it would seem, as this was his second time dying. You pushed on from there, eventually coming face to face with Fika, making a mad dash away. He informed you that his airspeeder was attacked. He managed to get away, but someone took Zane and Jariel, but he had tracked them to Cyboria, a nearby planet in Hut space. A planet owned by his family's Khajiitic, and he could take you all there, or he was just going to go there himself. You decided to go with him, and traveling the 8 hours through sublight travel, you all managed to get a short rest in, as you had already benefited from a long rest very previously. So, as you begin to see the somewhat strange colored planet of Cyboria, not a barren wasteland, but definitely has like almost like muted, like deep blue-green oceans and reddish orange surface with these like very, very like thick, almost like cream-colored clouds. You see the planet of Cyboria slowly coming into view in the viewport of the small, short sublight travel shuttle that you're all aboard. At which point you just hear Fika go, It's been a while since I've been back here. Beautiful planet, I think.
Well, what can we expect?
Well, I'm having HG3 land us on one of our landing pads at one of our factories. From there, we should be able to use our systems, satellites, comms, to hopefully track down wherever, whoever, whatever, took your friends and attacked me. The fact that they're on this planet just doesn't sit well with me, so...
Can we trust that these factories are still on your side?
Oh, well, most of them are automated, so yes. Yes, you can.
Good.
Unless they have been reprogrammed. Not trying to be, the negative person, just, being realistic.
That is certainly an option, for sure. But I think we should be fine.
Well,
At least in our domain.
Let's keep an eye high alert, just in case.
Of course.
Well, we have no choice.
Yeah. Oh man. Just a quick question. We didn't get a long rest.
No, you didn't. Just a short one.
Excellent. Just checking.
The hell, Leo?
I'm
Sky-
sorry. It,
Skynet activation sequence authorized.
I was cleaning my keyboard. I didn't realize I wasn't on the notepad. I'm sorry.
I need Jen, RK, and Arya to make wisdom checks.
Wisdom
All
checks?
right.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm not a
Uh-oh.
Forcey anymore. Thank goodness.
16. Thank you, RK. I love you.
21.
21.
Wisdom? Nice try.
Yeah.
He
I
said
thi-
BRB.
Okay.
He's
I'll
getting
do it.
coffee.
I'll do it for Arya. Excellent. Okay. RK and Arya, both of you feel Arya feels something, like someone kind of like subconsciously like panicking and reaching out in the Force. RK, you recognize this person as Zane. He's definitely on this planet somewhere, but you can't pinpoint. It's muted. It's like someone is trying to block the connection. Like someone is trying to staunch Zane's connection.
Well, that can't be good. Jin,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
can feel him. I can feel Saint's
Um.
presence. But something is keeping him back from reaching out.
I can assume it's a variety of things. I mean, they had him drugged up the last time we spoke.
It's not good.
Of course, it's not. Shit. Alright, are we ready or? She seems to be getting impatient. She's doing the like
Do-
very stereotypical like foot tap. Like, can we fucking hurry this shit up?
It's your
Do we know where to go, where to start?
HE. How long until we dock? Oh boy. Sorry. I just had a fucking massive brain fart.
You're trying to activate your robot voice.
No, I legit had a brain fart. I was pulling up my notes and I forgot that I
Come
didn't pull up my
on.
notes.
Go with me. You're trying to activate your robot voice. I'm helping you here, Tim. You have to help me help you.
You're right. Yeah, that was it. Full show. I definitely have Stream Deck pulled up 100% because I didn't forget to do that also.
Oh, incredible.
Sure. Excellent. Yeah, HGE3 HEG3 can't even get this.
XYZ, I'm gonna pee.
QRS TV. I can't even get his fucking name right. There we go. I don't have Stream Deck pulled up, so I'm just gonna do it the old way. We got about 1 hour and 35 minutes out. Good, good. Just an hour and a half left, and we'll be there.
And once with that, do we have a direction where we think we should go? Like a...
We'll use every instrument that I have available to locate the missing friends of yours.
All right.
Is it possible at all to try and get a direction through the force?
You can certainly try, but
Only
you
the
you
force
you
will
rolled really well, and you only got that, so you feel like you're up against something a bit stronger than you're normally up against.
Ark is certainly going to try. We have time,
Go for it.
and he's worried. Should I roll another one?
Yeah, roll another wisdom check.
Yeah. Just thinking if there's something I can do, but not really. Not that good.
17. Okay. You try and try and try to continue reaching out, and you can faintly sense like life on the planet, like wildlife and indigenous creatures. But like none of them are particularly touched by the force. Like anytime you try to focus on anything remotely touched by the force, it is just nothing. It's like something is just blocking your vision.
Just can't find him.
Yeah. It's frustrating for sure.
Well, we'll be there soon. No need to tire yourselves out.
You're right.
Already had an eventful couple of days on Nashadar, so should take it easy for the time.
Right, you are. And she is going to. She's been like standing and I assume pacing. She's going to find a place to take a seat and sit very still for about 1 minute before that just frantic foot tapping returns.
Tim, is there any way to find news on the situation of this boy and the like if there's any if there has been any evolution in the wanted or in the investigation, like like kind of tapping into a news feed or something like that that would give us or me an an update on uh, whether they're still accusing him, whether that kind of thing, like to get an idea of how the world outside is viewing it at all of it.
Yeah, there absolutely would be a number of ways to do that, but you guys threw out all of your holocomms and your comlinks.
Oh, that is true. We did. God
Yep.
damn it. Okay.
Yeah, you're all Luddites.
I forgot that.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
are
want it
you
to
are in the
go.
middle of the space without your cell phone.
Okay, yeah.
We don't
Oh,
even
man,
know
man.
if we don't even know if our ship is still in existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing the track record of that ship, probably not.
Hey,
Don't say that.
how dare
How
you?
many
Been with
times
us
have
for
we-
thick and
how
thin.
many times have we repaired that girl?
Right,
least
and how
three.
many times is she still standing? That's the testament.
We're going into the final arc. It would be kind of metal if Tim killed our ship.
You're
Well-
so sad.
We do have a spare one.
So
He's
sad.
already
Maybe.
destroyed Shredder, so
Which
and
we
he
can't
said
get
Shredder
to.
wasn't gonna be the last one to die. So Rin, the ship, let's go.
I hate this.
All right.
It's awesome.
As the shuttle reaches atmosphere, you feel it kind of shudder fairly violently, to the point where if you're not buckled in, you definitely feel like you should. As this is just your basic short transport shuttle. Its stabilizers are not what you're used to, and it does shake and rattle a bit. And as you break through the clouds, and the fiery aura of entering atmosphere kind of dissipates around the shuttle. You see the landscape of this planet is dotted with volcanoes, a number of them. You see vast, sprawling, what look like bluish, like gray oceans, like almost like ash has just kind of collected inside the oceans over time from the numerous volcanoes. And you also see a very like massive like 1,200 kilometer warehouse factory that just kind of stretches interconnected, like all of the hubs of it are connected, and just like create this almost like pseudo like Coruscant, like just wrap around almost city like structure on one side of planet Cyboria. You see HEG3 pivots the ship down towards a small landing pad that looks like it was built into like a massive like mesa of stone and rock. You see it has these staircases that are cut into the rock itself and like lead up to the entrance of the factory itself. And as the ship kind of pivots and turns, you watch as the nose of it just seems to begin to point towards the sky as it slowly begins to lower down onto the landing pad. Fika kind of unbuckles himself. All right. So, let's see what we're working with, shall we?
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, he just kind of motions towards the door. HEG3, you stay with the ship. Of course, sir. Not a problem.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's.
All right.
Do you want to put the door?
Oh, God. Alrighty. So, you go to the door, pressing the side panel. It opens, the ramp extends, and immediately the air is, it's thin, but like it's also hot. It's like a thin, hot air. Not inhospitable, but like definitely different from Nar Shaddaa, where you've been the last couple of days. So you kind of give yourself a second to readjust. You see the landing pad that you're on. There's like this, like almost archaic looking, like chain, Durasteel bridge that kind of connects the main platform that leads up to the factory to your landing pad. And you guys begin to cross that as Fika exits the ship last, kind of closing the door behind him, and continues slithering behind you guys. As you cross the bridge, you all hear about 10 different lightsabers activate on the opposite side of the bridge. Blue, green, yellow, purple. Standing, you see 10 robed, what you can only assume is Jedi. And in the middle of them, a human man, older, maybe in his late 40s, crew cut, dirty blonde hair, smile on his face, also wearing Jedi robes, hands outstretched. I'm glad you all finally arrived. Good. It's nice we met in person, I think. My name is Lucian Dre.
Hmm.
Oh, brother, this guy. Give me a
Fika.
fucking break.
Thank you so much for bringing them to me. Your partnership has been just a wealth.
Fika, come on.
Oh, I knew this guy was fucking dirty. I could
I hate
fucking
this.
feel it the whole ship ride. God damn it!
Fika nods. Of course, Spice Lord. It was my pleasure.
What? Fico is a son of a bitch?
Mhm.
Oh no.
Yes,
I want to die. I want to
He
die.
wants
I'm not going to trust anyone anymore in my life,
He
Tim.
wants to find the Spice Lord.
Never trust a hut.
Fuck
Oh.
this.
We would be honored if you would join us,
What the fuck?
crew of the Dawn Star. We have rooms already set up for you. At least a room. If you would lend us your weapons.
Lend you.
Corey's like side-eyeing every member of her party, like, we fighting?
that is
Yep.
very, very funny.
Oh,
I do want to remind you all
Yeah.
there are 11 force wielders standing in front of you.
Mhm.
Out of character, no, of course, but that's her
Yep.
first thought, like, shit.
I will look. I know this guy, right? As I would know of him. And
You would
like,
know of
as a
Lucian
mage.
Dre,
Yeah.
because he's part of like the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
He's
And that
he's
he's
a
a
high standing master, yeah.
Mhm. I'll look at Corey and say, we might be out of a league here, Captain.
Yeah.
He's right.
I do want to remind you all that we have two of your companions. If you choose to fight us, not only will it end your lives, it will end at least one of theirs.
Well, I guess we have no choice. Again.
Yeah.
Good. Take their weapons and lead them to their quarters. I'm sure the one in there that already made an attempt on my life would enjoy the company.
What happens if I try to sneak my tech blade?
Yeah, I was
That
gonna
just
say, I have a hidden blaster pistol.
Make
I'm
sleight of
trying to
hands checks with advantage.
Okay, with advantage?
Yeah,
Well,
with
Corey has
advantage,
advantage because she has a hidden. She has a.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
it's
your
actually
weapon has
a
the hidden
hold on.
property, it gives you advantage to hide.
Yep.
Does that
does
mean
the
I
tech
can?
blade? I don't think the tech blade has, right?
No.
So that means realistically, you could try and sneak
Let
that
me see if I
lightsaber.
have
but That's a way
anything.
worse idea.
My
I want
God,
to.
no one takes snip from me.
I think lightsabers do have hidden by
They
default.
do. They
Yeah.
all have hidden, but
They do.
it feels a bit weird for the people they know have lightsabers to be like,
Like,
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
got one.
I don't have them.
I don't
yeah.
have it.
Okay, but Arya has 14
Oh,
lightsabers.
so
now?
she should hide
14?
one.
How do
She
you
should keep one or 5 or
Yeah,
however
like,
many she can get away with.
how many
It's
goddamn
so funny.
lightsabers do you need?
That's
Okay.
I'm
Well-
trying to see if I have anything. I don't have anything.
Well,
on my
Corey's
character sheet. I'm
blaster
gonna-
is well hidden.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna
It did
take
come
all
out.
your weapons. 14 weapons come out.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep the Redeemer, but I'll give them my other lightsaber and my sniper rifle.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
We'll
All
see.
of you with your multiple weapons. Fuck this.
Oh, fuck.
Tim, I'm assuming it's harder to hide a heavy
No,
pistol than it is a
lightsaber
tech
has
blade, right?
hidden. You can have
Do you get
advantage.
advantage on that?
Yeah.
No. Oh,
Yeah, you
because-
technically
yeah,
have
it is
advantage because of the hidden property.
And Arya will try to give up 12 and keep the 2 that she actually wields in her own hands.
Okay, roll sleight of hand checks. To your question, Leah, It'd probably actually be easier to hide a blaster pistol than it would be to hide a tech blade, because tech blades are just like short swords,
okay.
basically.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, I'll try to conceal. I probably have many pockets inside my as I'm going, and I'm good at this. This is my whole schmo, right? It's the thief background, so I'm used to doing this.
Mhm.
And then just give them the tech blade.
Hey Tim, that brings up a good point. Did they take my weapon, or could I have hidden it?
Roll a sleight of hand check. Retroactive
Also,
one.
advantage.
No, you couldn't. Actually, no, you couldn't have hidden it. Because of the reason, like, why? Well, I guess we're just gonna spoil it. Yeah, why your character is here. You attacked him. They know you have weapons. They would have taken them. So yeah.
And also, you were naked.
As Corey's
If I need it, but
weapon after weapon, she's gonna like hold up her her dad's blaster pistol. I'm gonna get this back someday, or people will die. She's gonna look at Fika. Should have known you were just a crusty slug.
Oh my god.
You should have, but
Son of a bitch, can't believe I called you supple.
if
Corey
right,
is the love
Corey.
of my life.
Pots are gross.
Corey taking inspiration.
That is so good.
I can't believe I called you supple.
But he continues. If it makes you feel any better, my father did carry a great amount of respect for you, Captain.
Yeah. Way to honor his memory.
Yeah, that means so much now that he's exploded.
We saved you. You probably didn't even save it, did you? You just.
This is the biggest betrayal for me. Like,
I hate
so
people.
shocked.
No, I
Yeah,
did
I'm
not
so
need
shocked.
saving. I was there on assignment by the Spice Lord.
Yeah.
And now it's like all coming back to you guys, like Fika's affinity to the Force, how it's been trained, and how even under Jojara's nose, Black Spire Spice has just manifested so strongly.
Your dad would be real disappointed in you.
I should have seen it coming.
No. Luckily for him, he died ignorant. Arya, go ahead and make another sleight of hand check for your second lightsaber.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I'm trying to save 2. And as she gave up the first 12, she's just looking these other Jedi in the eyes and just telling about each Jedi that she killed to get it.
I love
Very
that.
passive aggressively.
22, okay. The first one is taken, the second one you easily hide.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, that's good, but
RK, your Redeemer is hidden, but the other weapons you give up are taken.
Yeah, I give them up freely because
yeah.
My good old 1d4.
I still have. Do we have
anything in this?
God words? Rin's rifle with us, the Mandalorian ass, or is it
That's
in the
yours.
ship?
That's
It's
yours.
me. It's mine,
Yeah.
right? Can I give
Everything
that
that I have is yours.
instead of my heavy pistol, or do we want to? Because they're gonna give this back to us, and I feel like it's very stupid for me to give a tech blade. Oh, this is all I have. When obviously people have blasters, but if I have that on me, I would give that one away, hide my heavy pistol, and I would give the tech blade as well, but keep my heavy pistol with a 29 hidden.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were hiding anyways, was your heavy blaster pistol.
Yeah, my blaster pistol. But then I was like, well, it's stupid. People are not dumb. People like this, like me, they have weapons, right? So I'm not with anything. So I'm giving the Mandalorian ass away with the tech blade, hoping that we will get that back because that one is cool. Not that I can use it.
As your weapons are confiscated by several of the Jedi,
did they make a motion for the wristpad?
Actually, yes, they would.
It's definitely not hidden, but
yeah, they actually would.
Okay.
I had to remember really quickly if Ficus saw you guys fight on Endrega, and he did. So yeah, they would take your wrist pad.
Okay.
What about force focus generator and shields?
No, just your weapons are confiscated.
Yeah, they can't take the force away from you.
No, but the generator is just.
That's just to focus the force.
Man,
Well-
I gotta get backup weapons, so if this ever happens again, I can be like, "Oh, here's my fucking dumbass training saber. This sucks shit."
You hear Lucian just speak up and go, "Excellent. I'm glad you could cooperate freely and without bloodshed. Take those 5 to the holding cell. Jin, if you would be so kind, follow me."
Oh, he's asking me out on a date, you guys. And she's going to slide up to the front of the gang.
Have fun.
Oh,
Join
be
me,
careful.
and
Always.
together we shall rule the galaxy.
always having fun, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, the 10 Jedi with your weapons in tow lead you all
Give
down.
up all my grenades too. Shit.
Yes, yes, your
I'm
grenades
looking
are
at
gone.
just now looking at exactly how many weapons I own.
Lead you down several different corridors, and eventually lead you to a a holding cell, a room with a single square force cage in the center of it, where you see kind of sitting on one of the cots that are in there, a individual. Ivan, describe your new character.
Uh-huh.
You see a blue-skinned Nautilin with the tendrils and of his race, just sort of flowing behind him as he is currently on the cot, but doing a handstand and doing handstand push-ups as because he's going up and down at a perfect straight position up, just sort of doing this handstand push-up, just waiting for anything to happen. And as he sees that people are entering the holding cell for, I'm assuming the first time in a hot minute, he'll push off the cot, and just flip over on his feet and just look out and see who these new people are.
Yeah. The Jedi press something on the panel, and like you feel like several like subtle nudges at the backs of all of you, like through the Force, as you're kind of almost like shoved into the Force cage, which is like, you know, a 20 by 20 Force cage, and the Force barrier goes back up as they press something on the panel, as everyone except Jin is pressed into this Force cage with this random Nautilin individual.
I sit down on my my cot and just look at everybody and say, "Was it all of you? Did you try to kill Lucy and Dre as well?"
Yeah, we
No.
felt like it.
No.
Not
But,
yet.
We might at some point though.
Interesting.
really felt
We
like
were-
it, though.
How
We were-
exactly did you end up here?
Well, we were working with Fika, who we thought was less shitty. To stop the Spice Lord.
You were who's Fika?
The Hut.
I only know Lucy and Dre. He's the Spice Lord. He has spread this Black Spire, disgusting substance throughout the galaxy.
Wait,
Yeah.
he is the Spice Lord?
Yes, he is.
Wow.
If I could call
Alright.
him Spice Lord.
Yeah.
How did you know?
I managed to over the course of several weeks, tracked down different buyers and, let's say, persuade them to tell me more information.
Hey,
And
that's what we were trying to do yesterday.
And you came alone.
Hmm.
I came alone because I was alone. I was with a group before. They all died.
Wow.
I had no choice.
What's your name?
My name is Ket Rokar. I am a member of the Matukai Order. Pleasure to meet you all.
Oh,
Matukai.
Which those words don't mean anything to anyone except you, RK. You would have heard about them when you were with the Jedi.
Are they force-using monks?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're a sect of like Force users. Yeah.
I know very little of your order, but how long
Well-
have you been here?
How long have I been here?
You've been here about 3 days.
Only 3 days, give or take. I've been waiting for an opportunity to escape, and it would seem I have
excellent.
earned some luck.
Well,
Are you all looking to kill Lucy and Dre?
Wasn't at first, but now I'm changing my mind.
we were looking for the Spice Lord.
Exactly,
So-
and also
Well, you have found him.
Bingo, bango. Right on the money.
So they are operating out of here.
What am I gonna fuck it to? We have to get the kid. Shit, I
Well-
hope Jen's okay.
I hope you will allow me to join you. I need to fulfill my vengeance against Lucy and Dre.
Well, do you
mean-
know how to get out of here?
Well, I figured you would be more specialized in that. And I
Them-
point towards the red force field that it acts as the bars.
Mm-hmm.
All
is
right,
there any
what's-
panels? Anything that we can see from inside?
what's our
Well, I mean,
supervision?
yeah, there was one. There's one about 10 feet away from the force cage that the Jedi touched to unlock the force cage.
Outside, right?
Yeah, outside.
And do we have a guard posted like that can see us?
Not that you can see. No.
Now that we can see.
We see any cameras?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's 3 of
Okay.
them.
Is there? It's not reachable from the inside, of course, because
No.
that's the point, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Question. So definitely they took all my weapons besides my blaster pistol, but since Corey has like the cargo pants of holding, did I retain any of my tools or equipment?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
Because I have a lot of shit.
Yeah, I have 3 tools myself.
Yeah, they were really only worried about your weapons.
Mhm.
So
So I might still have my demolition kit, my mechanics kit,
Yes.
and my
My
cutters,
security
and my
kit and my slicer kit, my demolitions kit. Yeah, high five. Yes.
five. Yeah. So like,
I
maybe
is there anything they definitely would have taken? Like that makes sense. I'm just trying to. Because
no, they definitely
Corey's
took
already,
away
like,
your weapons. They took away your
fusion cutter.
yeah, your wrist pad, like anything that you could use to like fight back. They took.
Like that, yeah.
It would seem the arrogance of the Jedi knows no bounds. They left you with all your tools.
Right, and
Almost-
I'm very good at using
it's
them. The problem
almost-
is-
yeah,
There's no one here.
it's almost as if they want us to break out.
No, maybe they just don't think that people are going to try to break out from Jedi. Sometimes some of you Force people can be.
There's no way they would know that about us.
Alright. So. Are all the Jedi just shitty?
No, I've made a couple of good ones. But there is
Yes,
arrogance in
they
nature.
are.
A few exceptions.
Because, like, we met one Jedi lady. She was scary as shit.
Not all of them are bad. Some
we met. I think the next run-in with Jedi was the people trying to kill the kid, right?
Oscar was
Yeah.
a Jedi.
Hey, you met Kreia, Vidar, and Alec. They were okay.
Mark
Yeah,
was
and
a
Kreia
Jedi.
was the scary lady.
Yeah, they were great. Mm-hmm.
Vidar and Alec were cool.
Yeah, they were cool. The coolest.
They were.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
Olin was an ex-Jedi. The other guy who doesn't have the Force
Although maybe
no more,
Corey
who gets on a
wouldn't.
wild goose chase.
Yeah, maybe Corey wouldn't have that opinion anymore because she saw the Force vision with Jin of Vidar becoming something.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I don't.
What?
I feel
Regardless,
like
the majority of them are not very pleasant.
The
yeah.
Jedi Order is like any other group of people. They're gonna be bad apples, or they're gonna be good apples. This is
But
true.
bad apples enough. Like maybe they could be dicks, right? Like individually, but like this one's selling crazy drugs. Like,
Bad apples spoiled the bunch, as they say.
Unfortunately,
well, it
These
definitely
people-
spoiled at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 of them.
These people are not Jedi, not anymore.
It does not
this
matter
is
what
true
they call
for the whole
themselves.
galaxy.
It does not matter what they call themselves. They are the enemy now, and we must bring them down.
Oh my god.
This is true for anything in the galaxy. Even if we look at our republic, we're gonna find bad
Alright.
apples and good apples anywhere.
So before you were
push-
locked in here, was it Kit?
Cat.
Cat. I'm gonna call you Kit. No. So Cat, before you were locked in here, what do you know about like this facility we're in? We were just kind of
Yeah, did I see anything, or did they
brought straight from the
completely,
door.
like, did they completely like obscure my whole vision of being brought here?
Yeah. So what you saw, was that where you currently are, in the holding cell, there is a short hallway to your south, which the rest of you saw this as well. There is a long hallway that leads to the landing bay. I guess from your direction would be the west. And then there is another hallway to the east, and then one to the south. So you're in like some sort of like interior space. You never really got to see like the factories and whatnot. But this seems to be some sort of like interior, like, obviously a brig of some kind, and maybe something else on top of that. You're unsure. You didn't get time to really explore.
So it's safe to assume this whole facility is some type of Black Spire manufacturing.
At this point, it probably didn't start out that way, but at this point, yeah, probably, given all the evidence that has been brought forth.
No.
I say all that.
Yeah.
Okay. So Fika said it was mostly automated, which I bet you at least the production is true. Do we have any idea how big what's his face's contingent is? We saw what, at least a dozen?
I
Is
believe
that-
those are the only ones.
The full force? Okay.
Yeah, Kat, sorry, I forgot your name as well. You took down 2. So there's a couple more.
There were more. Took down 2 of them. There might be more somewhere.
All very troublesome.
And is this? Wonder how far out they control. Do they control the whole planet?
Do they?
You have no idea.
No clue. But their influence must be large.
I didn't even have a ship to get off here if we could.
Did you see a kid and a girl?
Yeah.
Did I
you
see a
that?
kid and a girl?
You did actually, very briefly, because they were in, they were brought through, the girl the girl was in the cell with you, for a few hours. Obviously, you know, as Rin, you couldn't talk to her because she doesn't speak common. But then she was taken out, and that's the last that you saw of her.
The girl was here. She was taken out of the cells. I do not know where she is.
How long ago?
How long ago?
Last night, I think.
Yesterday.
Why have they kept you alive?
I have no clue. It would seem in their arrogance they decided to leave me alive. But that may prove to be their downfall.
Why'd they leave us alive?
Exactly.
Well,
Or mayhaps they intend to make us all their thralls by feeding
Test
us Black
subjects.
Spire.
that's what worries
Shit.
me.
Oh, why did they want Jin? Fuck.
I take it this is not all of you.
No.
There's
Jin.
one missing. Probably because of her connection to the boy.
Fuck.
I'm
Look.
looking around to see if there's any way to figure out if there's like panels or like in the bars if there's any circuits or anything that stands
We could have
out
access
that
to.
we can
Yeah.
use. Yeah. that we could access.
Unfortunately not, because like even if something was within reach of the force cage, were you to try and stick your hand through it, you would be shocked and burnt to the point where if you continued pressing, your whole hand would be vaporized.
Okay, no, I lost one hand before.
Yeah, force cages suck.
And
Does it-
inside, there's nothing inside that could lead to a circuitry outside that we could cut.
Yeah,
roll
we can't-
investigation check.
Oh, Corey, I'll help
Does
with
it-
that.
Do you
Does it
want to
look-
do it and I'll help? Mine is not
Sure.
bad, but it's better.
What you
Does it
saying,
look
Rick?
like an actual brick, or does it look like a makeshift brick?
It looks like an actual one. Like maybe like
Yeah.
this place used to have like actual factory workers, and they needed a place to like take the drunk people, who
okay.
who got a little too rowdy. Like there's probably like dormitories and shit here, so yeah, there's probably like a whole like civilization of like factory workers here at one point before it was all automated. 25. No, on the floor, like the only place you would have to look is on the floor, and it is completely solid. This isn't
The barriers all the way around us, not just on
Yes.
like, the door. Oh.
Yeah, they're all the way around you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
I-
I
It's
also
a-
thought it
it's-
was just on the door.
No, I'm sorry. It's a square box, like around you guys.
Okay. Shit.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Y'all can't.
we got put in a box.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
force caged.
Yeah. Force cage. Quite literally a force
Yeah.
cage. Yes.
Would Arya know if she could phase walk out of here?
You've been in these situations before.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know that no, these are designed for force users in mind. It would hurt you. You've tried this before and it sucked.
Okay, I assume.
Y'all can't like, by your powers combined, they'll like force it down. Okay.
Fire powers combined.
We're a Captain Planet.
It's tech, right? It's not actual force.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh.
If it were force, I could possibly do something, but no.
Yeah. These kind of things are like built with force users in mind.
Mhm.
I'm
Very
afraid
hard.
we'll have
Very
I
to
heard
hard
play
to
force
along.
gauge, and I was
manipulate.
like, not force damage, but like force. I was like, obviously it was the forces. Okay.
It seems we may have to play along for now.
What if
And we
I
probably shouldn't.
just threw me through it? Just,
Ooh.
Well, do you want to die?
well, no. Well,
Then I suggest not throwing you through it.
like, would it kill you, or would it just like really hurt?
depends how forceful and how eager you were. I mean, you're small. You might just bounce back like a small toy. It wouldn't hurt too bad, but I highly doubt you'd go through it.
And if you
And-
did, you'd be Ash.
That part, and maybe we shouldn't be too hasty until we know the fate of Jin a little more solidly.
Like they said, if we do anything stupid, we may endanger the others unnecessarily.
Right.
Yes, if we try to escape and Jin is in their clutches, she may be executed, or I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Shit, I hate this. It's the worst.
We should have seen it coming.
So, rewinding a
Back
bit,
to push-ups.
Jin, you watch as the rest of your party is escorted away, and Lucian just stands there, watching them leave, and then looks towards you. Well, shall we?
Oh, of course. Lead the way, big man.
He turns on a heel and begins to walk in the opposite direction, up a solid stone like staircase up into like the factory proper, making
And I'm
his
not like cuffed or anything. I just get to walk with this man.
Oh no, yeah, no, I apologize. You definitely have cuffs on.
Okay, good. I just
yeah,
wanted to make
yeah.
sure.
You have force manacles on,
worst.
which like staunches force powers.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're also like like they're powerful magnets. So like your hands are just kind of, like the bottoms of your wrists are like pressed together with these cuffs.
Uh-huh.
But they're in front of you. They are in front of you.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that. Sorry.
That's okay. I just wanted to check, in case I get a little crazy.
Yeah, go crazy, go stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, he continues to walk along, and as the door opens, with this just clean kind of sound, you see the interior. You see a number of small droids, kind of like running around. Some are like crawling on the walls. You see like these several different like arms with like lasers coming out of them. Like things are being like hyperheated and zapped. You see one valve that is like opened and shut, like very briefly, as like just pure molten rock is just kind of like poured into these vats, and then moved off, and then more is poured and then moved off. And then he just kind of, without even any pretense or preamble, just goes, "Have you ever heard of the Crucible Prophecy?"
To be honest, I think that one's a bit over my head. I didn't really study good when I was a kid. But I'm assuming that you'd be more than happy to enlighten me.
And where did you study when you were a kid?
The dirty streets of Paris, back alley academy, here and there.
And what of your mother?
Who knows? Why? Why do you want to know about my mom?
The Crucible Prophecy, he just continues without answering that at all, states that someone capable of combining the ability to communicate directly with technology and the Force would become the galaxy's most powerful weapon.
Kind of
Of-
crazy.
Of course, it's a little off. Because really, they will become the catalyst, the activation of the galaxy's most powerful weapon. However, there's another part to that prophecy. Because there's 3 individuals to that. One, the prophesied techno force user, would, in fact, have a great protector. But he would also have his opposite. I'm just curious, Jen. Which do you think you are?
Hmm. I've always been bad at the whole nurtury protecty thing. Try as I might, I'm just not built for it. But I'm sure you're going to tell me if I'm wrong, big man, right?
What do you think of all this? And he kind of gestures towards the factory as you continue walking through the main corridor of it.
I think it's whack as hell and a bit above my pay grade, but cool enough. Is that lava?
It is indeed.
Huh.
And what if I told you this could be your pay grade?
Oh, so you asked me here because you had a proposition for me.
Well, all reports say that you've always been the more malleable in your morals.
I mean, it may appear that way, but I've always had a very strict set of morals. Everybody's just been a little busy to catch up.
Is that a no then?
Well, it's not. It's not a no. I just wanted to keep talking, I'll be honest.
Would you like to see the boy?
Oh, you're offering?
Of
To be
course.
honest, I wasn't expecting. But I suppose as future business partners, this might just be a show of good faith.
Exactly. A show of good faith. I would not stand in the way of such a great reunion.
Huh.
And he continues past the door at the far end of the corridor, leading you through another door, down a hallway, outside, across a great volcano chasm. You see this massive, like stone bridge that just stretches across this massive volcano opening. Just like looking down, you just see like the roiling flame and lava. To the opposite side of this bridge, to what appears to be some sort of medical center. He leads you up a set of stairs towards an opaque, transparasteel window. He presses a few buttons. You see a speaker on the wall kind of crackle to life. And you just hear screams of pain as he presses another button, and the opaque, transparasteel window becomes clear. And you see Zane strapped to a table, being embedded with wiring and cybernetics, just screaming in pain, clearly not using any anesthetic.
This is all a bit
Anesthesia.
much, don't you think?
It's part of the process.
Oh, the horrific screams of child pain is all part of the process?
Yes, well. Clearly his pain tolerance needs to be worked on a bit.
Oh,
But-
for sure.
There will be time, once we're done here.
What is here? What are you even doing?
We need him to activate the Black Spire.
Ah, right, yes. The Black Spire. Right. And what's the end goal of this? You're doing it all for Mommy? No. Mama?
You are well informed, aren't you?
I try. Hmm.
Yes. The matron.
Why did you bring me here? You don't need me. You want to see me suffer?
Because you're a part of the prophecy, Jen.
Prophecy, schmophecy. Oh, you Jedi are also embroiled in your tales. Which part am I? I have to know. The important one, right?
You tell me which part you think you're part of.
Well, I'll tell you this. If I was any more suicidal, I would have tried to punch through that window right now. Because that's evil. Doing there. I let a lot of things go in the sake of getting a good job done, but that's sick as shit, my guy.
You know, it could have been so easily you in that table. Had your mother
Well?
not taken you and ran.
What do you mean?
Well. We all three share a connection, don't we? You, Zane, myself. Jin,
Yeah.
I am your father.
No.
Look at my
Tim, the way I love you.
The fucking Darth Vader.
She smiles for a
yes,
moment
yes,
and
yes.
leans forward on her knees and like rests her bound wrists and just starts to laugh. And then she straightens up after a moment and wipes a bit of tears away from her face and goes, "My dad died a hero. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're talking big game, my man."
The man who raised you was a fraud and a coward. And died a fraud and a coward.
Clearly, you know so much about me, and you should know that you should watch your fucking tongue.
Your outbursts scare no one. It makes you look like a petulant child. Had your mother also not have been a coward, maybe you would have learned some manners.
Manners. I have plenty of manners. I had this conversation with you after all. It was polite of me.
I suppose you could say the reason I'm having this conversation with you is for sentimental reasons. You should also know that Mandalorians are on their way here to pick up the rest of your friends.
Well, fuck.
A bounty finally completed.
That's a lot of credits.
1 million, in fact. He shuts off the speaker, as Zane has just been screaming this whole time.
Yeah.
I ask you now, Jen, to join me. To join your brother. And help me fulfill the Crucible Prophecy.
You gotta give him a 5-minute break.
Is that a yes?
I don't know. Is yours a yes?
You are not in a seat to negotiate.
But you said you were being sentimental.
Give me a straight answer.
Fine. You give him a little tiny itty bitty baby break. And I guess I could sway my morals towards galaxy conquering. When do I get to meet Mama?
I gotta ask, are you being honest or deceptive?
Oh, she's absolutely lying. Who the fuck do you think I am?
Yeah, roll a deception check.
What kind of fucking...
What the fuck do you think
Thank
I
fucking
am?
God.
Yeah.
And I love you.
What the fuck do you think I am? That was the greatest line.
You said you were being sentimental.
Oh, it's so hard to keep a straight face having a conversation with Jen. Holy shit.
It's so hard to keep a straight face speaking as Jin.
He just gives a curt nod, turns towards the speaker, activates it, just speaks down through the screams of Zane. We don't want to kill him. Give him a break. Let him breathe. And then we'll return to it. He deactivates the speaker. You hear, you look down and you see, some of the people that were working on Zane, and it isn't droids working on him, it is people. Just kind of like look up and nod and just step away. You see that like wearing like these full like nondescript like white hazmat suits. They just step out of the room down below as you guys are like up top in this like operating theater.
Did you kill the other one yet?
The Arcanian.
Mm.
Well,
Or is she the protector? I have to know which one I am. It's killing me. I'm on pins and needles.
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
No spoilers. I understand.
No, Jariel is quite useless to us and our endeavors. So, we'll just throw her into the Mandalorians as well as
As a treat.
as a treat. Sure.
Wow, this is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. Wow. Do you have a bar?
No.
Ah. You're
It's
not
not.
even one of those classy guys that keeps like liquor in your office for meetings.
It's not the Jedi way to
Oh,
drink
that's a
alcohol.
disappointment. I'm not a Jedi. Fine, I'm pushing my luck.
You don't seem surprised
Surprised by what?
by any of this.
Life has been fucking crazy from start to finish. At this point, it would be weirder if I didn't have a day where something this wild happened.
Well, I suppose that is fair enough.
Now I have to ask. If you wanted him here, like this, and she'll like wiggle her fingers towards the window, why even bother framing him for killing all those Padawans? I feel like it just made your hunt more difficult, right?
Oh, well, that is easy. If we didn't frame him, those who
You never said
actually
you
did it would be held accountable.
And why did you kill all those people? They look at you wrong? Are they insignificant to the future of the galaxy? Did they say drugs are bad when you try to sell them spice?
I just heard Lane laugh her ass off at that. Through the wall.
Thank you, I'm so glad.
He just kind of like gives you a half smile and like shakes his head. They were unimportant. So the matron asked us to put them down.
Well, orders are orders, I suppose.
We were also supposed to capture Zane, but the crafty boy got away. No matter, because now he's here, isn't he?
That is.
You, of all people, brought him to me. Ironic, the galaxy.
Well, I'm glad I could help. I don't suppose you let me talk to him.
He motions towards the speaker.
She'll step up to it. Hey, buddy.
You can see his, like, his jaw is just clenched and his eyes are closed. You can see, like, looking down at him, just tears streaming down the sides of his face. You see, for the most part, like, the work has just begun, but, like, it's painful.
Yeah.
Nothing's incredibly altered, except that it looks like he has this, like, weird cybernetic implant, like, on his palm, and his pointer finger and his thumb. And he just kind of opens his eyes and, like, looks around. Jen?
Yeah, I know, bud. I know it sucks. I told you.
Where are
I would
you?
come for you. I'm in a bit of a mess right now. But I told you I would come, and I'm here, okay? You're gonna take a break, you're gonna relax a bit. I know
Jenna,
it's-
I don't know what's going on.
I know, bud. I know.
Are you gonna get me out of here?
We're gonna help you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, kid. You don't deserve this.
Hey, you came for me. You're the best master I've ever had.
Oh, man. You're the best, okay? Okay. I have to go wrap some shit up, but I'll be back, okay? I promise.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll be here.
I know, but
You can see he like tries to crack a smile, but he's just in too much pain.
you are going to break his mind before you ever fix his body if you keep up at this rate. Big man.
He'll be fine. He has the right pedigree for this. Look at you,
Oh,
you've
yeah?
survived this whole time.
Yeah.
You think you would have? Without me?
Oh. And you did so much for me when I was a kid, right?
I gave you life.
That you did.
Ew.
And I suppose that is enough.
I'm not the one who told your mother to run away with you.
Hmm.
And then abandoned you anyways.
Mom must have been the funny one, no? Because I'm trying to level with you here, and you're not really playing ball.
So what should we do then?
You're asking me?
We're partners in this, aren't we?
Sorry, I'm just not used to having an opinion. Well, you're handing the others off to the Mandalorians. You're wiring up the boy. You're making the spice on the factory floor. It seems like you've got it all covered, right? I mean, we could get, if we want to get a little, sinister, we could get a nice little twist the knife moment where I'm standing by you as they all get sent onto the Mandalorian ship. But that's only for spice.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Good luck, kid.
Oh brother! Oh brother! I'm gonna use my human thing. Fuck this.
My human thing.
Defiant.
Fuck this. That's a 16. That's not good.
Do you hold so little love for your companions, your allies?
I'll be honest. Pretty much everybody that I was friends with on that ship is either one, Captain Korikala, or two, dead and gone. So, yeah, I guess.
Very well. I would like to see the looks on their face when they see that their ally and friend has betrayed them.
When are the Mandos getting here?
Within the hour.
You have food? Hungry.
There'll be time to eat later, Jen. Now work must be done. Follow me. Let me show you to your quarters.
Ooh, quarters. Okay.
As he leads you away from the operating theater, we shift back to the rest of you. What are you doing?
901. 902.
Okay.
903.
Cat is
You skipped one.
exercising.
You skipped one. It's 904 right now.
I do not like you, human man.
Join the club. But you did skip one.
1, 2, 3. Starts again.
Corey is working on something.
Okay.
Without taking things too much out of her pockets, because she knows there's probably cameras and there are cameras and stuff we can watch. She's kind of like putting her hand in one pocket, feeling what she has, and kind of like starting to work in there, and trying to make something that could short circuit the cage. She's got glow rods, she's got power cells, she's got all kinds of tools, a respirator, the Vuguad collar.
Hey, it's safe to say they took my comlink, right?
Yes,
No
absolutely.
comlinks, no communications. But like she's got, you could see her inventory. She's got lots of like random stuff. Is there anything in there that would kind of like be anything that could cause like some kind of large electric charge if she kind of rewired and tinkered with it?
What tools do you have?
I have tinkers, mechanics, demolitions, and arms techs. I'm sure they took most of the like explosive things,
You said tinkers?
but yes.
Okay. Because trying to do this without looking at it, like trying to be.
Yeah, she's trying to like do it kind of mentally right now, and then like seeing if she could, and then if she thinks she could, would kind of be like, "Hey, block this line of eyesight," and she kind of pulls it out and works on it. But she's just trying to like mentally go through it, right? I guess step one.
Okay. What do you have? What do you have in your inventory that could possibly do anything?
Got power cells,
Okay.
glow rods. Let's see. You said they probably took like the fusion cutter. I can't cut through the floor.
Right.
Those would. I have 2 pounds of refined ionite.
Oh,
Oh.
you still have that?
Oh.
I still have
But
that.
That's been a long time.
I was gonna do something with a gun and I never got around to doing it.
It in her cheeks for 5 years.
Yep, I'm radioactive now, baby.
Just please don't blow us all up.
Roll. Okay. Roll a Tinker's Tools check with intelligence.
Okay.
I'm just wondering
let
why
me
the people who have
see.
hidden their lightsabers aren't using those right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Use them how?
Slide through
To
the floor.
cut through the floor.
Cut through the
Well,
floor?
there are cameras. So the second you ignite a
Oh.
lightsaber,
Oh, okay.
28, and then hold on. Just give me an aptitude. Plus 5. We'll do all of them. Go all out. 29, 34.
34. Okay. You probably should have saved all those for when you actually make the thing, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, shit. Fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Think in your mind, you're like, all right, what do I have? What do I have? What do I have? You're just like rifling through all of your cargo pockets. And then you're like ah, shit. You like do like the whole like put your hand on your chin thing, and then you like feel your cheeks. You're like, oh. You feel the ionite in there. And your power cells. You have fiber cord.
The wheels, they be turning.
You could create a very localized EMP burst. It could be difficult. It's going to take you some time,
Mm-hmm.
and someone's going to have to do something with the cameras. But you could.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Is there any?
Excellent.
Okay, no, because we don't know that yet. Never mind, because this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
all in Corey's head.
Where are the cameras?
Yeah,
There are
cameras? Just saying.
two in the corners of the room, like
Outside
where
the force field.
outside the force field. Yes.
Mhm.
Those sit like right, like on either side of the door in the corners of the room, and the other one is directly behind you guys on the wall, like in the center of the wall, just looking down at you.
Okay, so we kind of have a triangle of cameras pointed at us.
Correct.
Okay, is there?
All right.
You tell me if this is possible. Is there a point in this cell where Corey has to do this? Like, is she doing this in the middle?
Yeah.
Is she
It
doing
would
this
probably
Where
be
would I-
the closest you could get to that control panel for the force cage.
So that's-
Okay. The
so that's like
control panel
towards-
is near the door, so
So
near
that's
the
like towards the
front.
corner.
Yeah, like one of the front corners of the force cage. That
Okay.
And is the camera in the direct view of that?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it possible? And tell me if this is possible. If three of us were to start like a distraction in the cage to sort of obscure Corey behind us, would she still be seen?
It depends on how well your distraction is.
All right. Here's my thought. You said there are bunks.
There's one. There's one
There's
bunk.
one. All right, and so if Corey would to like wedge herself underneath there as like a workspace, she would probably have time to work on it underneath without being seen, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. And now I have to relay this to everyone. Because I can bring it out and set it off while you're making the distraction, but I probably need time to work. I think under the bed would be the best place to do
I have
that.
a distraction in mind.
All right. Huh.
If you tell this to everybody, yeah.
I was just thinking, I was gonna be like, yeah, so remember when, but none of the people in here were around.
No, we'll remember.
When?
Asher was it was right before we met RK.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
No, the Ionite you got it from in the room that he died.
Yeah, the Ionite you got it from the room that he died. Yeah.
So he knows about it.
You got
Oh,
the
yeah.
Ionite. Yeah, you got the Ionite.
It
Because
was.
you guys fought that like one Zerka monk lady who had that really cool Iron Man arm.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's
She
right.
was cool. Okay, so arcade may know. Hey, do any of y'all just read minds? Like,
My control of the force does not allow me.
What
With-
do you mean?
RK? Are you? Well, I had a thought. And I'd like to relay that thought
Without saying.
without saying it out loud.
I'm afraid I never mastered that power.
Bummer.
Not right now, but with enough time I could, but
Hmm.
I don't know how useful that would be.
Well,
Actually, let me look what she has prepped. Yeah, no.
I mean, do these cameras just pick up like a fart across the room? Can you not just whisper?
Yeah, like I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know how,
you guys
sensitive they
don't
would
know.
be.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know. Like they could have like the most high. Like how secure is this facility? Like, is it the most pick up a flea fart 10 meters away kind of deal? Like, hi kitten. All right.
You're gonna have to risk.
I mean, they know some of us are at least Force users, right? Would Arya have any kind of, with her past experience, like if she just starts chucking, like shocks, would that be, so just bolts of lightning, would that be loud enough / bright enough just to cause like little blips in the camera if she does it repeatedly, like feigning frustration, just throwing it at the force wall, knowing that it won't do anything, but still. Because I assume lightning's pretty bright and loud.
Yeah, roll a charisma check.
I also have a question. I still have the Rhodian wristband on my bag.
Oh fuck yeah, you do.
Does that help with
Wait,
anything?
wait. You have
Wait.
a wristpad?
Yep,
Give
I
it to
do.
Corey.
Just give it to Corey. So she
Inside
can
my
do her
bag.
spell powers. You
Jesus.
idiot.
I will give. I just looked around and I was like, "Hey, I still have the Rhodian's wristband on my bag," and no one actually checked my bag.
That's
God, I
brilliant.
love her. Oh my
Just do
God.
that.
Do that then. You have the key out of here. Literally have the skeleton key.
Jesus.
I'll let Arya do
Well, I will
Arya-
say this though, Arya, you feel like in your mind that, wait, yeah, that actually could work. That could be bright enough to cause like very quick like flashes of light on the cameras to kind of block their view.
Shit, and just giving Corey her wristpad might just help her do this that she's about to do. So
Okay,
I just
so
I was looking through my inventory. I was like, "What can I?" Oh, wait, I still have this because it was not on me. I don't use wristbands. It was inside my backpack.
mhm.
you gonna give it?
I'll just yes, I'm gonna the captain.
What?
And I'm like, you see that Asher's like opening his bag and going through the things, and he'll oh, Captain, and he'll just. I want to get the wristpad out of my bag in a way that will be away from any cameras. So I'll put my back against where the cameras are pointing, and like kind of like widen my stance enough that I can pull it from my bag and slide it to Corey without being seen.
This is like a drug deal.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Oh, you know what?
Hmm.
I think this could save our lives, right?
It could.
It could also ruin it.
Yeah.
You have your
If they
D4.
take, I haven't done it yet. If they take my
I
stuff,
have a D4. I'm going to use that just in case. 18.
18's
I
better.
had a cock on my screen. That's so funny.
It is.
You said there's a cock on your screen? What?
Yeah,
The dice was cocked
the
on my
dice
screen.
was cocked on the screen.
Like,
This is
whoa!
Because the
Like, that is an overshare, my man.
like, if you're
I'm-
watching porn
I'm-
while playing D&D,
listen.
like, okay, just keep it to
Like, fuck
yourself.
off, like, chill.
this was something
From Ivan's computer.
Yeah.
Like,
For real.
So,
That's
18.
Pornhub category.
Mhm.
You take, you're sliding the whole bag or just the wristpad?
Just the wristband.
Okay, yeah, you easily take it out, kind of slide it across to Corey.
Ah.
No one seems to notice. At least you don't think so.
I don't think so.
Whoever's watching the cameras don't seem to notice.
Right. So, like,
Remember that Rodian that was attacking us?
yeah.
I got this out of his body because I thought that I could investigate something about where he was coming from, and I actually did. He was like
Okay.
a loyalist or something, whatever you want to call it. He
Right.
kept it with me. They never checked it because it was not on my wrist. I don't use those things. You might.
So,
With the wristpad, Corey, you know that it would be much easier to
how long would it take me?
it would be around the same amount of time because now you're working with like wiring and electronics.
Right.
But it would be much easier to create
Too.
like an EMP,
Well-
ionite bomb.
Okay.
Now, the question that I have with wristbands, because I don't know, could she use someone else's wristband and the powers that are within?
Yeah, it's just no. It's not a spell book. It's a spell focus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
so with that, she can use her powers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
All right. So, homies, my brethren, we are stuck in here. And she kind of starts like whispering to one. She'll kind of like start a little chain, be like, okay, yeah, you tell the next person, you tell the next person, as long as it takes, without being like, here, I am whispering to you, like visually.
Oh, great. Chinese
Um,
whispers.
Just being like, I'm gonna make something that could. I'm gonna make a charge that could bring down the cage. I would just need to know when's appropriate to do it, and I would need a block when I set it off.
Captain,
So you need a
Yes.
distraction, is what you're saying.
Yes. She could
Could
probably
she-
work on it for a while, but in order to get it to the wall to set off, I need a distraction.
could you
Right.
just translocate out and mess with the wiring of the cage? I can't
If
do it myself.
RK,
but,
if RK can't, and Arya can't force out, I don't know that I should try. I know it's different, but
You're dangerous.
this I know would work. I would just need to know when and if it's
I was
worth
just
it.
saying because you might ruin this that I just gave you, and
If it
push comes
gets
to
us out of
shove-
here, I can.
right? But then you will be just with your gun, right?
And my teeth.
But you-
She smiles. She's got better pointed teeth.
and your teeth. Point.
If it gets the walls down, I think that's worth it.
623.
But we would need just doing it any old time without Jin here, without knowing what to do, probably won't be helpful. So, is this worth it? I can prep it and kind of have it on the ready, but
Oh.
maybe some input as to what the fuck to do after we get out of here. This cage, like, we still need to. It's not the only barrier, you know.
Well, I think this is it. We found the person that we were looking for. We have to deal with him. He's a Jedi, though.
He could be anywhere with this facility. He could leave. Like, there's lots of them.
Can any of you Force users try to contact Jin at all? She's outside. She might know more.
You could certainly try.
I can try, but there's already some kind of suppression here.
Mm.
I'll try now.
Might as well. And in the meantime, what could I help Corey in any way with a demolition skid proficiency at all, or is
Well,
this just
this would be
Tinker's?
Tinker's tools, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm pretty confident. I got it.
Yeah.
But
I did have advantage though, if I could.
yeah. Do you have an inspiration? So I'm pretty sure I could make it. I want it to be worth it when we do it, you know? Maybe we wait to see if they bring back Jen. A little.
As you say that, the door opens, and you see two Jedi dragging an unconscious Jariel into the room, doop, flicking the control panel and tossing her into the cage with you before flicking it back on.
Oh shit. Jariel? Hey. Oh shit. Someone help me get her on the cot.
Is she conscious?
She's currently unconscious.
All right, yeah. Let's get her up on the cot. Nah. Okay, we'll try to drag her up there.
Can you help her
Cat.
a little?
Cat.
Hmm? What? What's happening?
Help me lift her up there.
Oh, yeah.
Stop doing
Sure.
push-ups. We have an unconscious lady in there.
Oh, sorry. 700. And I help her up.
Okay. Shit.
She's unconscious but alive.
Yeah, she's
But
alive.
otherwise they wouldn't throw her in here, I suppose.
Can one of y'all wake her up?
Yeah. I'll try some force healing on her.
Oh, okay. Like using a force power, or
Yeah, I'll see if that's what.
Uh-oh.
If she's knocked out from getting beat up.
okay. 7. Yeah. Her eyes kind of shoot open as you do that. She quickly like sets up. Immediately like because you're right there, Arcade just punches you dead in your face. Just boom.
Oh, whoa. Hey. Hey, it's us. Jariel.
She's
Jariel.
got the good.
Hi.
She's got the good right hook.
Yeah. Shit.
Hi.
Are you okay? Okay. Oh,
Fine.
damn. Hey, Jariel. It's us. We're here to help. Okay, Corey just kind of sits next to her, pats her on the shoulder.
She
Are you okay?
nods. She like reaches over to Arcade and you just hear, Susanna.
Well, I still have my
Not
vocoder.
Susanna, he's okay. What are you calling her?
Hosanna in the highest.
Oh, Susanna. Oh, don't you cry for me.
I'm guessing that means sorry in Arcanian.
Yes. You fucking dorks.
Arcade just waves his hand like it's alright. What did they do to you? I got the vocoder, so
Oh, you do, yeah. She just says, it is not what they have done to me. It is what they are doing to Zane. They're torturing him.
Oh no.
why?
Because of the Crucible. It is the whole reason I have been here.
What's Crucible?
I came to stop the prophecy from coming true.
Well, maybe it's about time you tell us the whole thing.
He is the catalyst, the thing that will bring an end to the galaxy as we know it. The Black Spire. They might be making a drug from it, but it is also a machine. Of both technology and force. Created by my people long ago.
Why?
If he activates it, it can destroy whole star systems in a snap of a finger.
I'm assuming
Why?
okay is translating all this.
Yeah,
translating all
he's relaying everything. Yeah.
Then we have our goal after here.
Wait. Shit. Viz and Sate were looking for the Black Spire. It is connected. It is the same.
It is, and it's even worse than we thought. But how? What do you mean he's the catalyst?
the prophecy, the prophesized person who will activate the machine is one who can naturally meld technology and the force together, which is what
Oh, yeah.
Zane can do.
That's super is. Oh no.
But
Do you know who he is? Let's go, please.
I don't know where.
what about the Crucible? How do we destroy it?
But the Crucible is where I'm from. That is my people. That is
Oh.
why we are the ones who first learned of this prophecy long, long ago. But the reason I came after Zane was to protect him from Lucian. Because Lucian killed all of my people. I am the last.
Oh. Well. Shit.
Yeah, we need to stop this.
Do they, in the time that you've been here, have you seen more than just two handfuls of the Jedi, or are there more
I-
people? Do they?
I have
troops?
only
Do
seen
they-
droids and I have only seen Jedi.
And Zane, they're if they need him, why are they torturing him?
I
Does he
don't
have
know.
information?
I just feel him screaming sometimes
Oh.
through the force.
Probably because he wouldn't willingly go along with this.
If you can feel him, if could you get us to him?
I can try.
Then when the Jedi tossed her there, did they press any button? Did they do anything to open the cage like that would be visible?
No, they actually one of them like swiped their hand, like they were using the force to manipulate it. So you actually didn't see them
Okay.
press anything.
So it wasn't a mechanism, and it wasn't like a remote control, nothing like that. It was
Right.
just okay.
Okay.
Sounds like we don't have much time.
We have to get us out of here, Captain, and then find Zane.
You see, Jariel looks around, and just goes, "Where's Jin?"
Well, he said he wanted to talk to her when we got here.
They took her somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we have to find her too.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know why they're even keeping us alive?
no, I don't. I thought they were just holding you here until they were ready to leave. That man has been here for like 3 days.
So he says.
Well, sooner the better. Then I guess we don't want to.
Are any of you in any sort of danger or notoriety? I would say.
Why?
I mean, yeah, ish.
Such as
I'm quite known in my line of work, but ever since I joined those people, it's been something.
Bounties.
a bounty.
Why do you want to know that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
You're
help
looking
you figure it out.
Figure what
If
out?
you have a bounty on you, then they intend to sell you.
Oh. Oh, delightful.
They don't
Captain,
seem
gotta
I
get the
think
fuck
so.
it's
outta here.
about time we start getting this bomb of yours out.
Uh. I'll be working.
You
And
do that, and I'll see if I can at least find some kind of direction. Where Jin is.
Alright. Corey's gonna wedge herself under the cot then. And make a little tiny workshop.
Tiny workshop.
Tiny workshop. She'll like leave her feet hanging out just so they're not like she left the cage. She's just burrowing, I guess.
Crying. I don't know.
Crying. But like hopefully to raise less suspicion so they don't like come investigate.
Right.
And start working.
Okay.
In the meantime, Ark is going to sit and meditate and try to reach out through the force. See if you can find Jin's presence or Zane's presence.
Okay.
Maybe first and foremost to see if they're still alive. And then
Arya, would you like to help him with this?
Phoenix is out because his
His
sister showed
sister-
up. Be right there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
that's totally fine. I think that would be a good opportunity to take a quick break then.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, he said that like 10 minutes ago, though, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
how long he will be.
Yeah, he said his sister just showed up randomly.
Okay, yeah, we'll take a quick break then. Be
Yeah.
right back.
Kill.
Guys. Buck
Damn!
It's just true.
Yep.
I feel so betrayed. I'm
Let
gonna
us
check every hut from now on.
let
It's
us
gonna be the new
jump
potion of
back
poison.
into the session. I was gonna let Arya do this, but I think Phoenix is gone for now. So instead, as you say that out loud, Arcade, Ariel kind of walks over towards you. Just goes, "I will help you."
Good.
So go ahead and roll a wisdom check with advantage.
May the force be with me.
Yeah, let's go.
24. And you're reaching out to Jin, right?
Well, Jin, yeah, because he knows her, force presence the best.
And did you go to the trouble of creating a force bond with anyone else, or was that just Fizz?
I haven't done it with anyone else yet. I haven't really had the
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah. Excellent. So yeah, you reach out at this moment, which at this time it has been a little bit. Jin, you have been shown around your quarters, which are which are very nice.
Oh, yes.
Some of the nicest quarters you like. It's up there with like the quarters you had at like the caretaker ship. It's like really, it's like, oh, nice.
Maybe I should say, you guys, goddamn.
And you've been shown around, and you're getting ready to make the walk back towards the holding cell because Mandalorians are close to being here. Which you know this because you were given a time frame. At which point,
am I with
yes,
the big man?
You're still with Big Man, yes.
And are my hands still... No. I have my hands back, yes.
Your hands have been uncuffed, yeah.
Excellent. No lightsaber, but I have my hands.
Correct. As you're walking through the long corridor, back towards like that volcano bridge, you feel a connection with RK.
Okay. Do I know... I've done this a couple of times with Zane. Do I know if I can, like, brain speak, or do I have to speak out loud? If I wanted to speak to him.
Well, it depends on how strong your connection is. You and RK, although you've traveled together for a while, you're not the closest. Make a wisdom check. Or charisma, your choice.
Oh, hell yes. They are the same modifier, but I picked charisma for flavor.
Okay. Can you do your human thing again or no?
No, I only get that once per rest.
Short rest, yeah.
It's short rest. Short rest or long rest, but I didn't, so.
Okay. You definitely feel a connection. But you don't know if you can like speak mentally.
Okay.
Because you don't have a strong connection with RK. You guys never really bonded.
Yeah. She's going to sort of put a little spring in her step and start humming to herself and go, so what, it's any minute now, right? Did they give you like an ETA? And she's gonna start talking to the big man, hopefully trying to get him to say what's up.
Yeah.
That RK knows.
He goes, well, and he kind of gestures towards the sky, and you see slowly kind of breaking through the clouds, the aura of atmosphere kind of burning along the sides, is a Juggernaut-class Mandalorian cruiser making its way into the atmosphere.
We don't have a day or two before they get here.
The last time I saw a Mandalorian, he was executed in cold blood. So hopefully they have no hard feelings.
Oh, they have plenty of hard feelings towards your companions. I can assure you of that.
Oh, fair. Fair.
But it's still at least 20 or more minutes. They can't actually dock a cruiser here. They have to make their way on smaller vessels, so.
Oh, okay. I see. Well then, I suppose that works.
It does indeed. And you guys continue to walk. Do you say anything else, RK? Or RK, do
'cause
you
I
say
don't
anything?
wanna- Yeah, I'm not trying to speak out loud unless it's to him, because I don't want to look like I'm talking to myself. Like a weirdo.
You did. So did RK hear any of that? Like,
You heard what Jin said.
yeah. So we'll have to puzzle it
Yeah.
together.
So what you heard was, when are they getting here? Oh my god, they're here. And then something about a Mandalorian. So I'm hoping and praying that your brain is big enough.
Well, RK will say, you after you've done your little spiel, you'll hear like a grunt, which you can assume means that he heard you.
Affirmative. Yeah, okay.
And then he'll just say, "We're trying to get out of here. We'll try to find you." Zariel, what's her name? Zariel?
Jariel.
Jariel has told us about the prophecy and Zane's role. We need to stop him. And if I understand what you just tried to tell me, we have to do it now. So, did I also feel sort of direction where she is?
You did. A little ways away from you.
Yeah.
In where would you guys be? This would be like northwest of you.
Yeah. I think I know the direction where you are, but not exactly where. We have to work fast. And that's basically it.
Yeah. She's trying to think if she can communicate anything else without being suspicious, but she doesn't want to risk this sort of precarious situation she's got herself in, so she's gonna keep quiet. Pretty confident that she's got across what she needs to get across.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else to say, so I think.
I want to try and tell you where Zane is, but there's no way to organically bring it up in conversation with the big man.
Dad.
So I do have
Dad.
to just not. I'm not saying it. I won't do it. But yeah, so I do have to just be quiet.
Okay. Okay. Jumping back
If-
to oh yeah, go for it.
Does he have a lightsaber like with him?
Yes, absolutely.
She's gonna point to his and go, "When do I get mine back?"
You just got your hands back. Whenever I can fully trust you, you can have your weapon back.
Okay, it's like a climbing privilege thing. I get that.
Prove to
I'll
me
be
we truly
honest.
are partners, Jin, and you can have your weapon.
You know what? Fair enough. Take it. All I really did around that ship was beat the shit out of people anyway. So I guess it's a change of pace to not have a weapon. Fair.
But for us, we are heading to the landing pad to greet our Mandalorian friends whenever they get here.
Oh hell yeah, we are.
And then we'll escort them to the holding cell.
Bingo.
So that's what you guys do. Which RK, if your connection's still open, you just hear like Jin, like a one-sided conversation that Jin's having.
Yeah. Oh, he'll cut it off there.
Okay. And it definitely sounds like Jin is talking with somebody. It doesn't sound like she's distressed at all.
Mm-hmm.
Jin has
Where is he?
betrayed us.
Another betrayal.
Well,
You know what?
to be
That's actually that's
Uh,
actually fair.
yeah, absolutely. Like that could be taken that way for sure. Corey, I need you to go ahead and make a Tinker's Tools check. This is going to be with dexterity because you have to do this in a very confined, quick pace.
Okay.
But because you have the
Starting
wrist pad,
pretty
it's
good.
going to be easier.
Okay. Excellent.
Can I guidance her?
Sure, absolutely.
Arya will kind of just layer the force over you, and so you get a D6.
Plus a D6?
Yeah, I think guidance
Hell
scales
yeah.
in this.
Because it's a first level, it's not a
Okay,
cantrip.
okay. And then I've
No,
got
it is a cantrip.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then it's just OP.
Okay.
Guys, I think we're getting out of here.
It does
Already-
scale. What the fuck?
I think we're getting out of here.
Yeah. What?
That would have been using my inspiration, by the way.
Right. So that's 38.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Holy
I was.
shit, the first one was a natural one, guys.
Yeah. I will say with a 38, not only do you craft this localized EMP bomb with this ionite, you craft it in about 5 minutes.
Jesus
Oh!
Christ. Corey is just a god.
When it comes to this shit and piloting, yes.
Yes.
Legend of the Squib.
Okay. So she kind of like, she's in there. You hear just kind of like, zzz, 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 you know, like little, like subtle little noises. She
Yeah,
sticks her
like-
head out.
It even cannibalizes the wrist pad and like connects wiring to the ionite and shit. Like yeah,
Will
she
this-
goes.
Will this use the wrist pad?
If that's you have to use the wrist pad to get the easier DC. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, well, but
But you
no,
rolled
I
a
can't say that
38.
after I rolled. Yeah, I can't say that after
Yeah.
I rolled though.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
Yeah, it is.
So
You should use it now to dip.
yeah, and I'm like, she's gonna stick her head out. It's like, so it sounds like we're on a bit of a crunch in time.
Yeah. Arcade,
you
you
wanna-
relay everything that Jin told
Yeah.
you.
When Arke sort of snaps out of his meditation, he just lets out a bit of a like weird chuckle, and then he's like, "I think Jin pretty much just told me that the Mandalorians are here to collect."
Oh
Huh.
fuck!
Look, I was right.
Already? Shit.
The Nautilus was correct.
Okay.
Jin,
So
Out of here.
I have a sort of direction where she is.
all right. So here's the question then. I'm ready to go. Where are we headed once we're out? Get Jin.
Uh,
Do we get our weapons to try and find our way out? Do we just book it straight to a landing bay and try and steal a ship?
I imagined you would head towards wherever this boy of yours is being held.
Well, yeah. But if we have
But
to
if I understood her correct, the Mandalorians are already here. Or close to. We'll get shot down.
Might as well destroy this weapon in the process. And if
We
we
have-
could destroy the facility creating Black Spire. Even
Yeah.
better.
Jariel turns towards you, RK, and just goes, "This facility is built on volcanoes. Can we drop it into one? Can we do that? This weapon needs to be destroyed."
The fire.
That
Fires. What would do?
is the best idea
So this
I've
is
heard all
a-
day.
This is a wreck ship plan, not an escape plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
Corey,
Yeah.
we have the
Both.
wreck shit.
Save star pins. Save star play star systems.
But we have to get the boy first, right?
have to
Jariel,
get
you
the
said
boy.
you know where he is.
And we
I
have
do.
to get Jin.
I do. I know where he is.
Well, do
So we
we
get the boy first, then
do
we
we try
get
and
Jin,
get our
and then we blow the
weapons
shit
so
up.
we can probably the boy's probably under guard. Like, do we get our
Sorry,
shit?
Sorry, said there is only droids and those Jedi.
No, get your weapons first. You do not want to walk around here defenseless.
Do we even know where they are?
Can't get in here.
No. Really?
Well, no, you guys do. You saw one of the Jedi carrying the weapons, go into a room, before the holding cell room. So you can only
Okay.
assume they might be in there.
Oh, okay.
So that would be first stop.
Yeah.
Then
I'm
we'll
not gonna.
start
I'm not
Try
gonna
and
keep.
arm ourselves.
I'm not gonna keep your weapon from you for forever. Like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Try and
And
arm
then-
ourselves.
Weapons, get the boy, get
Get
Jin,
Jin and the
then
boy.
fuck shit up.
Okay.
And we don't have much
But
time.
that's our priority is to try and find the weapon and destroy it versus getting ourselves out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
We should
Yeah,
find
it depends
Boys
on it.
connected to
we
the-
should
to
we
the
should
weapon,
find
we have to
Zane
seize it.
first. If this is a truly
Yes.
automated factory, then he might be able to make it self-destruct itself.
Besides,
is right.
you said he was the catalyst, so there is no weapon without him. If we have him, then the weapon cannot be activated.
Correct.
So
Yes.
It's very true.
Okay. All right.
We have to do this
So-
now.
weapons,
Alright.
boy, Jin, fuck shit up.
Who wants to
That
cause a
works.
ruckus while I put this thing on the wall and try and zap ourselves out?
So Arya,
I
as soon as the shield drops, let's rip the cameras off.
Of course.
And I will cause a ruckus by throwing the bed around. But fucking, I'm just saying, I'm fucking hating here, starting a fight with Asher. I hate you, human man.
Roll a
is so
performance
funny.
check.
That is so
Uh-huh.
unbearably funny.
I will also roll a performance check
Uh-huh.
because I realize what he's doing. I'm not so good at performance though. Yeah,
19.
that's fine.
Good
I
job,
changed
guys.
my name from someone too.
Yeah, change your name from someone, dork.
You're not someone anymore.
Wow. Okay. You begin to toss the bed around and like begin to play fight Asher. Like you go to swing full force and then just like pull your punch at the last second, just like tap him.
Yeah.
And the bed's just getting tossed around. You watch it kind of
Simple.
it just gets zapped on one side of the forest cage and like bounces off of it, hits the other side. As
Corey's
Corey,
army crawling through
Yeah.
like the floor, like under this chaos, like to get to the
Uh,
corner,
I'm gonna
to, like set up the
roundhouse kick him.
charge.
yeah, as you see Arya and RK kind of at separate sides of the cage, just ready for it to come down to rip the cameras off. Corey, you army crawl to the side of the cage closest to the control panel. Place the EMP pulse there. I need you to make one final demolitions kit check using your wisdom.
My wisdom.
Ooh, what?
I hated
My
your smarmy-
wisdom.
I hated your smarmy face the moment I saw it. Just go.
Tim, my wisdom.
Yes.
I didn't have a
You need to know how
God said
powerful to
wisdom.
make this. This is wisdom.
You either damage us, or
I-
let's just hope your proficiency bonus negates it.
Yeah, my expertise is gonna come in. I didn't have an advantage.
You don't have advantage?
Wait, let me make sure. No, I just have expertise. 12.
You still have your inspiration?
No, I
She
used
used
it
it.
on the other one.
Do you have anything to add to this?
I have a potent aptitude.
Aptitude.
Yeah.
Come on,
I
give me
dare
another
say
10.
now's the time to use it.
Yay.
Okay,
18.
18.
18.
Defiant can be for someone else, right?
Yes.
It says when you are a
Can.
creature. Take my defiant.
Oh,
1d4.
You
Find
are
the fight.
everything.
okay. The 21.
21. You trying to like block out like Ket and Asher fake fighting and the cot getting thrown around the cage. You tap on the wrist pad as quickly as your little squib fingers will go. You get to a point where you see a digital dial and a power gauge bar, and you begin to like twist it slowly. You just hear this like faint kind of tick 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 as it gets to that final one where you hit that sweet spot of juice. You press the dial down and you all just hear this massive electro pulse bubble just like shoots out and hits the control panel, and the control panel immediately sparks and like locally like detonates itself just from like the sheer power of the ionite charged EMP pulse. And the control panel just like almost bends and melts from its like internal combustion, and the force cage immediately just deactivates.
Haha, freedom.
I'll immediately
Okay, so
pull
that-
my pistol
I-
from where I've been hiding.
And I used my 2 power cells, right?
How many power cells did you have?
I had I had 3.
Okay, that would have used all 3 and your ionite.
And my ionite and my fiber cord. Okay.
Yeah, and that
I
wrist
have some
pad.
spare
That
power
wrist
cells
pad.
if you need more.
The wrist
I
pad
have
is
spare
also
power cells.
fried. Obviously, anything that has that anyone who has tech on them, it's fried. Your tech is fried.
Shit. Sorry.
What does count as tech? Does pistol count as tech? Power cells? Do they count as tech?
Power cell, like anything that would have like an electrical charge, like a battery or anything, is like fried. Your power cells, I don't think your power cells count because I think those are powered by like
Yeah, that's not electricity.
plasma.
So the pistol
Yeah.
also wouldn't be fried.
No,
because
it wouldn't.
doesn't have a battery.
That
Okay,
shoots
okay,
plasma
then
bolts.
I'm good.
Only my power cells are fried, but not the one that's already in the gun. So I have
Yeah.
6
This is just
shots.
like wrist pads. Obviously, you guys don't have any comm
Okay.
links or anything. Those were confiscated.
Yeah.
Good thing my
Does the
ion
cameras
grenade
act-
wasn't in my pocket.
Yeah, the
Do
cameras.
the cameras actually die?
They don't because they were far enough away.
Okay.
The bubble didn't quite reach that far. I just enveloped the cage and the
Yeah.
control panel. Immediately, you and Arya just rip off the cameras from the walls. Easy enough. They're just cameras.
Yeah.
As you guys do that, you all begin to hear.
Oh,
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You guys rush out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
Towards the
Right.
weapon
The wep-
storage.
Okay. Rushing out, immediately you see that short hallway that leads to a central kind of corridor where a couple of other hallways connect. You see the room directly to your right that you saw that Jedi walk into previously.
Yeah.
You try the panel on the wall. The door does not open. It is locked.
I'm gonna unlock it. Security kit. Quick, because I do that with a bonus action, so I quite quickly trying to unlock it.
Okay, go for it. This is going to be intelligence.
can I help?
Intelligence.
Because I'm also
You're proficient, so yeah,
kid.
absolutely.
Okay, so I got advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And guidance.
Okay.
I can't believe that cantrip scales. That's so
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
wild.
I made it better.
So 25.
25, easy enough. Takes you about 3.5 seconds. The door opens up.
That's what I do.
You see the room is empty, but there are a number of like tall standing lockers, like weapon lockers that have like all of you guys' shit in it, as well as Zane's and Jariel's.
Excellent.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yours,
Okay,
Cat.
so-
Engines?
Yeah. And Jin's, yeah.
Pick up a,
No,
a
you do
fiber
not.
stick.
You do not see Jin's lightsaber in there.
Oh.
Oh.
God damn it!
Is there anything spare there that like that we can use to give
I'm
her?
sure Arya
Like,
can spare lights.
Arya recuperates her 13 lightsabers. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. There. You see.
is there anything nicer there?
No, like this is like the shit people brought. You do see
Okay.
Jariel has two what look like they kind of look like our Ichani force pikes, but they have like a little bit more tech in them. It looks like our like some sort of Arcanian like weapon design. The pike itself kind of collapses in on itself. And it has like a little bit of like electronics kind of interweaved into it. She kind of like grabs that, puts it on her side. Grabs
I'll
her,
get the Mandalorian
like,
ass and
grabs her like archaic Arcanian like short sword. It's not like a tech blade. It's literally just a short sword. And, like slides it, over her back onto her, over the shoulder scabbard. The rest of you grab
Okay.
your things.
Let's save the galaxy, everybody.
I grab my Sun Wukong Bible staff that folds into a little
Very
tiny
cool.
one.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Jariel kind of like eyes you as you have that, and she's like gives you a respect nod. You guys step back out of this room, and immediately you hear as this droid just stands up, as you see an assault droid Mark III kind of stand there, and then behind it, 3 yellow lightsabers ignite as you see 3 Jedi standing behind the droid. And you just hear, "It would be wise if you returned to your cage." And you see the hand kind of wave across the air.
Sorry, I think I broke it.
I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
using
I'm
the shit.
so good at that.
I'm not same.
This is
Holy
like
shit.
those who
Oh,
are
no.
using the Force. This is obvious. This is a Force power.
I'm gonna sever the force.
Oh.
Counter
Oh,
spell.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you
good.
gonna counterspell?
Yeah.
At what level, I have to ask?
I'm gonna roll just in
Oh,
case, but
let me
yeah,
see my
this is
blade.
bad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because this would be mass coerce mind.
It's gotta be high level.
So that's
It's,
a
I
6th
think,
level. It's a 6th level.
6th level.
I mean, I might as well just do it at its normal level, 3rd then.
Okay. All right.
Then you have to roll, right?
Go ahead and make
Yep.
your check.
Do.
Oh,
Yes! How about
Yes.
that?
Oh, thank goodness.
As
Vicious.
as he does that, and you Arya kind of reach out and like this just invisible like faintly shimmering like Night Sister green like phantom blade just seems to cut through the force coercion, and that tether that was connecting you to this Jedi through the force is just nipped. And he kind of
Because we roll like shit.
he kind of like
Yes.
Are you scared?
I'm no longer good at this shit.
he kind of steps back for a second. Lucian will have to
Well,
forgive
you
us for
scared
killing
of
you
the-
then. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Yes.
Where's the
I
map?
am
Where's the
in
map?
agony.
Jin, where's
I am in
Jin?
agony. I
Jin,
just,
come save us!
all I do is fight.
Jin's gonna have to finish this
Yeah.
campaign on her own.
Jin's gonna have to kill
Oh
you
my
guys.
gosh, 2 nat
in one of
20s in a
these, what
row?
Jin's gonna have to do.
What is up?
Twice.
What is up?
Oh, I need to deduct those points.
Oh, hell, fucking yes!
You needed to click on your character token because it didn't go.
God, 3 Jedi? You guys are.
Did I not?
Do we still have 15 hit points temporary? I think we
Yes.
do, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because every short rest I can do it.
Look at all our above 20s.
Holy shit!
Did mine not go to the? No, it
I
You
didn't.
guys are
No, you
insane.
didn't.
Nice.
Thank you.
You guys are
Oh, wow.
insane. There's some really good initiatives, except for you, Kat.
Poor cat.
Eat my ass.
Promise? All right. Goddamn, yeah. Top of initiative is RK.
I don't like being first.
It means I can kill Steve.
Yeah, it means I get. It means I get sneak attack. Just go attack him, please.
Yeah.
I have to think for a second. Okay, so we're almost all of us except Cat. What's that? Oh, that's the droid. Is the first of the enemy to go.
Remind me really quickly the cost of force points when you cast a horsepower. It's the level +1, right?
+1. Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
and cantrips are free, I think.
Yep.
Okay, so I just 20 feet. How many? That's 4 squares, isn't it?
It's been a while since I've had to use a force user. I forgot what the rules were.
Well, that's good. RK's gonna run up here. And I am going to cast Force Repulse.
Oh shit. Okay. Wait, did I give these guys?
Boom. So it's a DC 18 on all
Alright.
of those guys. Dexterity save.
He is going to attempt to sever force. This guy
Alright.
is.
Well, Sever Force. It's a 3rd level power, so
Oh, okay, it's 3rd level. Sweet. So yeah,
Well-
he.
can. I don't want it to be wasted. I want to. Can I sever his sever?
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gone.
Just
So
have a force battle.
You did, like you reached out, like it's very like Anakin Obi-Wan, where your hands outstretched, his hands outstretched, and you just but yours wins out in the end. So it's -4 for him. So
Yeah.
force repulse still happens.
Yeah, so it's a DC 18 for all 4 of them.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dun, 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 dun.
If they fail to take half damage and aren't pushed. Otherwise
Okay, the
push-
droid rolls a
push
natural
matters.
20. All of the Jedi
fuck you,
fail
droid.
though.
Ah, good. So they all take 25.
So they do, and they're pushed back. How far?
5 feet.
I think my focus would have been fried, wouldn't it?
No, your force focus? No, that is powered by the force, baby.
Well, then they're pushed 15 feet.
Okay.
Okay,
Let me-
RK.
It's been very rare I've used this, so
5, 10, 15, and they all take 25 points of damage. Ooh,
no, sorry, 10 feet. 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Oof. The Jedi are not looking great. They're not the strongest Jedi. The strongest were not put on guard duty, sadly.
Yeah.
So just 10
And that
feet.
was
He is not pushed back, but he does take. I love how the droid's the only one that's saved. He takes what is that? Half 12. As
and,
RK just
because
rushes up, pulls his hands out, and just this blast
Yeah.
of omnidirectional telekinetic energy. Just you watch the Jedi get flung back, kind of landing in that like small fountain in the center of the corridor. Like a few of them like slamming hard into the stone. The Duracrete like landing with a loud thud.
then because I'm a sentinel, I can do an attack as a bonus action.
You can.
So I will, while he's doing the force repulse, he just pulls his lightsaber and just swings at the droid.
Excellent. 20 hits.
20. And I will. You know what? Fuck it. I will do a double strike.
You know what? Fuck it.
So. Does that work? Ah, it doesn't want to work. It's an extra d10 damage, so I'll just roll that. So 16 damage on the droid.
Okay, additional 6.
Eh,
Excellent.
Yep.
The white blade redeemer cuts through the droid. You see it leaves a scorching, hyperheated scar across its hull. As the droid's weapons kind of get trained in on you. All right.
Narca himself doesn't make a sound. He's like a shark.
Excellent. That is RK. Corey.
Alrighty. I don't know if I want to use capacity boost. Balls of meters. Can't get that far. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Gonna come up here. Actually. I hate this. Bonus action translocate so she can get to the droid. Because I can do a power and a cantrip, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to electroshock the droid.
Which I believe you have advantage on, right?
Yep. Is it made a middle? Yes.
No, it's wood.
What's that? -4.
Oh
Because
yeah,
you died. Because you died.
Yeah, you died.
Because you got resurrected. You have
did
-4.
not- Yes, you did
You need to
not
sleep
rest.
4 times to get rid
Oh.
of
You
it.
need to sleep 4 times to get rid of it.
Oh wait, hold
Yeah.
on. I 100% forgot about that. And I know we've kind of already passed all my checks.
No, I didn't forget about it. I was doing the -4 to everything.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you've been rolling in the 30s, so
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
rolling in the
Does it
30s. Like,
really
there's
matter?
like, it doesn't matter. Like, the -4
Okay.
doesn't do fucking nothing to you.
Okay, so shit.
Corey might be like, God, I'm tired, but she's also still brilliant. So
Ugh.
You're only 2
Yeah.
away from death. Right? Are you
no,
afraid
that's
of
not
that?
exhaustion. That's not exhaustion.
Oh.
That is just like
-2 ability.
Resurrection sickness.
resurrection sickness. Yeah.
Mm.
However, 18 hits.
Okay.
So
I forgot we had not slept since she died. Oh my god, poor Corey.
Yeah, we're playing hard mode right now.
Yeah, I have no hit dice either. So 6 points of lightning damage. Gosh, that's not worth it.
6 points of lightning damage. Excellent.
It's really not worth it. Fuck. Oh well.
Is that your turn?
I should have just shot it. Yeah.
I can't see Corey's or Ket's health bars.
God damn it, roll 20.
And also
I
not
can't see
Ket's name.
arcades.
I can't see our K's either.
Or cats, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
because he's immortal.
He's immortal.
Oh.
You should be able to
Oh.
now.
He does have more health now. But yeah.
Not yet.
All right, Asher.
Ugh. Okay. Is there any vantage point that I can climb to or not? Just
No,
flat?
not in this hallway.
God damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna move away here so that I'm not obstructing anyone. Yeah, I'm not gonna attempt anything crazy. Let me see. I have some shit. No, nothing that can be useful right now. So I'm just gonna shoot.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna shoot.
I'm gonna shoot.
19
19 hits.
for that.
For 25 points of damage. Jesus.
For that.
Okay. Gunshot goes off, slamming into the side of the droid. You watch as it just breaks through the
This is low damage.
Durasteel hull. And you see like sparks begin to shoot out the side of it.
Yeah, it was low damage. Just for posterity, what tool would be used if one were to disable a droid?
There's droid tools. I forget what it's called, but it's like
Okay, it has to be the
Astro-
droid tools, right? Okay.
astromech tools. Yeah.
Okay, it has
Yeah.
to be that. Okay. I
Yeah.
don't have that
Yeah.
one. Okay. I was
Alrighty.
gonna to, but I didn't.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Excellent. Arya.
yes. Arya will move to here. There's nothing in there. Okay, perfect. And then she'll activate her Saber Storm. Moving just her single light. No, I have all of them.
You have
2
all of them, yeah.
lightsabers. Yes, yes. So she will
You can
pull out
afford
her.
to lose one.
she will pull out her 2 favorite lightsabers with the Force, and animate them and just send them flying to this droid.
Imagine they all have names.
Okay. They're probably named after the
Well-
people she killed to. Jesus!
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that? 27 points of damage. As the 2 lightsabers just crisscross and just cut through this droid. How much did I say? 27? Jesus fucking
Max
Christ.
damage on that crit. That's delicious.
That is
Nice.
delicious.
I call hacks.
Yeah, the droid's looking very rough. As it's just been force repulse, shot, cut into with lightsabers. It's like beginning to like twitch and like sparks are shooting out of it at various spots.
And then that was 20 feet of movement. Arya's going to duck back into here.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
I don't see where
Excellent.
that -4 is coming from. Where'd you
Actually, I lied. I was here. I'll go to, because I have to see force powers to sever them, don't I?
Yep.
Mhm.
And I would just leave my comrades a little jacked up. She'll stay there. She'll stay there.
Okay.
Just in case.
Excellent. It is the droid's turn. The droid. Oh, I forgot it had that. I could have done that on a couple of... Oh, well. That's fine. The droid is going to make 2 blaster cannon shots. As it's like quad double blaster cannons kind of comes up out of its head and just just begins firing recklessly into the hallway. We're gonna say, because you're both right in its face, these are going out. The 2 attacks are in RK and Corey.
1 each.
Yeah. Well, the one against your RK is a natural 20.
Well, ouch.
Jesus Christ, what is today? So that is 30 points of energy damage.
Ouch.
The second attack against Corey is a 22. Corey.
Would this affect my armor class?
The
If it
minus
affects my dex?
Yeah, because of your dex, you would.
So it's negative. Is it -4 to like basically all my rolls or my
No, wait.
modifier? What's the -4 to?
I think it's attack and saving
It's
throws.
to rolls.
Wait, in checks. It's to
I don't think it's
rolls.
to stats, it's to rolls.
No.
Not to stats.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just to your rolls.
Rolls. Let me check.
I'm double checking
All
the.
attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. It's not to your stats, so the AC wouldn't.
What
be
is this?
affected.
Revitalize?
It's raised dead, yeah.
Yeah.
It's to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
All attack rolls, saving throws, ability checks. Yeah, so it's just your rolls. It doesn't affect your ability scores.
Okay. All right. Well, that would still hit. I just wanted to clarify for future
Okay,
reference.
excellent. You take 20 points of energy damage.
Okay.
And that is the droid's turn. Only gets 2 attacks. Ket Rokar.
Who's this guy? Who is
First
this
time
guy?
fighting.
Time to face me, you murderers. And he will move past the droid, because fuck that. And
Well, you can't move through the droid space.
is there no space here on the side?
I mean,
He's a monk. You can walk through walls. Ah!
Yeah, I'll fucking.
you want to do some cool monk shit? All right, make an acrobatics check.
You can. He can literally walk on walls.
Make
It
I know.
would be
Make an
funny.
acrobatics check.
It would be funny if this character is a bumblefuck.
Yeah.
Don't do that to Ivan. He needs.
realize we
Ivan
changed
needs to be
the-
cool.
What did I tell you?
When I have
You're the worst, Rick. You're the worst.
I know. I know.
Okay. Natural 1. Yeah, you can run on walls. As you're running along, you kind of leap, kind of begin to run on the walls. You are running, and you just ping, like you slam your head directly into the side of this fucking droid as you're running on the wall. And you like fall off the wall for a second, land, kind of roll. I'm gonna give the droid just a chance to attack you, I guess, since you blundered so hard.
where do I land?
You get to where you want to go. It just didn't look very cool. That's all. That's a 14. I'm pretty sure the droid misses you.
I'm gonna headcanon that it was cool. Anyway.
Yeah,
It's a water
and
creature.
In Cat's mind, it was most badass. To the rest of you, ouch, that's gonna hurt in the morning.
You can't swim on
Also-
land, Cat.
We changed roles here. I'm the rogue. He's the monk now.
Yeah, of course you did. You're both just so gay.
Gay.
All right, you are face
So
to
I'm-
face with these Jedi.
I will remind you of monk shit. Don't worry.
Now be actually cool.
Yeah, I could just walk on walls, so I don't have to roll that. But fine, let's fucking punch. Okay.
I mean,
It's for the cool.
you do have to roll it if the DM tells you to.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Then.
Or
Spank me.
all of those
Fuck.
Jedi look like Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
I'm going to whack whack
Whack whack. Pop pop.
with my Bravo staff.
Space Cat is here to save us. Wow,
17.
baby.
17. Let me see if they have that really sweet shield thing. Nope, that hits.
Whack.
Sweet shield thing.
Ooh.
Fuck.
Nice.
Now I do the unarmed whack, right?
Hang on.
Yes, an
Hang on.
arm
Roll
whack.
roll damage on the first attack.
That
Okay.
is,
Monk.
All right.
It's monk tutorial.
8 plus 3. Now the unarmed whack.
Yeah. Okay.
18.
Are you striking to kill this Jedi, or are you striking to knock him unconscious?
Oh no, he's dead.
Okay. I needed to know. I needed to know for your character in particular because you're new. Yeah. No. You slam the staff into his midsection. And as he's like bent over, trying to catch his breath, you put the staff under his chin and just leap over him with this gymnast nimbleness. And as you land on the other side, the staff now behind you, you just hear a satisfying as you just snap his neck. Turn towards the other guy and go for your unarmed strike.
Yes.
An armed whack.
A one.
Oof. The
Natural,
fuck?
natural one. You swing at that guy and he dodges out of the way.
Flurry of
You have,
blows.
to, you have to call before you do the unarmed strike because then
Uh-huh.
you get
Forgive me.
Well, you can
flurry of
you can do. You only get one more attack.
Yeah.
But you can do flurry of blows.
Oh.
I'll allow it
Okay.
because you're new.
Okay. You're new.
And with
Ooh,
this,
that
I'm
was almost
going
another
to-
one on the screen.
It was.
And with this,
It was.
I'm gonna do a force enhanced strike to push him 15 feet towards the wall.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
That
Okay. So
is
23 hits. Roll damage.
12.
12 points of damage. Jesus.
I'm so proud of you. You're monkey.
Minus 2.
Does he get a save on that?
Yeah, it's a 16 strength.
Strength. Oh fuck.
That's
He has a -1 to strength. Nope. 7.
Push him
5,
towards the wall.
10, 15. Yeah.
On the last hit, I just used all the force on that in my body to push him towards the wall.
Did he take the extra force damage?
Oh yeah, 2d6.
You're gonna die too.
Oh, no, wait,
Yeah.
I did it here. I put it on my things.
I would love it if they all died before they got to
Oh,
do
you
anything.
didn't you? Was it? Oh no, that's the punch, right?
7.
That's the punch.
So as you like finish snapping this guy's neck, you bring your staff to the side, hold your hand out, and just kind of like clench the fist, like imbuing it with the force, and just back fist this guy's chest. Boom! And he just flies through the air, propelled by a centralized propulsion of force right in his chest. And you all just hear a sickening thud as he hits the wall, his head snapping back and slamming into it. And there's just, as he falls down it, there's just a streak of blood where his skull just cracked on the Duracrete wall. He is dead.
I like this.
I look at the last one standing and go, "Do you want to go?"
He
like
turns
this
he
guy.
turns and holds his lightsaber towards you.
All right. Monk shit.
Monk
Yeah.
shit.
That was
Now
rough,
you're
man.
gonna see which.
After the
which
force
one is the best
propulsion,
one.
and him just going ham, yeah, that was rough. Oh god. Oh no. Why do you do
What?
this?
What's happening?
Oh, my computer. Never mind, we're fine. We're all good here. How are you? Excellent. Jariel's turn. She's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Atu.
5, 10. Move here. And sure. Dun, 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 dun.
Where did it do that? Shit.
Yeah, she's gonna reach a hand out and cast heal on you, RK.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
Why aren't
Nice.
you wearing the 19th Constitution necklace again?
Well, I forgot to tune to it.
Mhm.
Jeez. I'm sure we
I-
were
I-
in that cage for an hour.
I think we were in a cage for an hour, guy.
We're gonna do this
I
at
don't know.
second level.
Yeah. Well,
Listen, it's just gonna be a thing where he's never gonna wear it.
He's never gonna wear it. Yeah.
I'm gonna die before I get to put it on. Yep.
Okay, so you are going to heal. Math is hard. 13 points of healing.
Thank you.
And that is going to be her turn. It is now this guy's turn. He turns towards you. Ket. If that even is your real name.
If that's even who you say you are. No, my real name is
Ketamine.
Ket Fisto.
Get the mean.
Ket
Did you
Fisto.
just say ketamine? The
He
way
said
I-
Yeah.
ketamine. He's going to.
Only Yoda is the ketamine goblin.
Ah, fuck it. He's gonna cast Telekinetic Storm at 5th level.
What?
Ooh.
On you.
Gonna
Hurts.
cast what?
Telekinetic Storm.
Storm.
Oh, telekinetic storm.
Unless
I don't
someone,
recall what that does.
severs force.
I'm gonna.
I don't even know what it does actually.
Arya has it, so I'm just reading what it does. Oh, that's not. That can stay.
Okay. Roll a Constitution saving throw, Ket.
That can stay.
Why is this a con 6?
Oof. Well, sorry.
Yeah. You take 28 points of force damage.
Can this isn't a projectile or anything?
No, this is you cannot deflect missiles. This. You are just buffeted by telekinetic force. Is what happens. You stir the force around you, creating a turbulent field of telekinetic energy that buffets enemies around you.
Why the fuck is that con and not dex? Anyway, what'd you say?
Well, yeah, I don't know why it's con, but ask the people at Star Wars 5e. But this is
28, right?
basically Jedi Spirit Guardians. That's what this is. 28, yeah, because he cast at a 5th level.
Sorry, I'm being messaged by people who don't know, who don't know to leave me alone. Thank you. Okay, done. 28.
Okay.
Gladly take that. Am I pushed or anything?
I don't think so. I think you're just...
It's just a bunch of debris flying
Yeah,
around.
it's literally
Yeah.
just Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, it's just Spirit Guardians. I think you're like half speed and shit like that, but...
With spirit.
You got one slow level, so. What is that, 10 feet, I think?
15. It's 15 feet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's not
Like,
gonna
move
live.
40.
No, I mean the aura is 15 feet.
Your move's only 40?
There you go.
No, 55.
These guys are
Okay.
dead. Back at the top of initiative is Arcane.
Well, I'm just gonna go ham on this droid,
Go ham on that
the
droid.
Redeemer. I'll try to. Hey, not that good roll.
15 misses.
Another whack. 25.
25 hits.
And I do 11 damage.
All right, minus 11 to him. You cut into him with a second strike. Another scorched scar running across the whole of this droid. Still standing though.
And yeah. Don't really have much to do with my bonus action at this point, so that's it for me, folks. Over to
Excellent.
Corey.
Corey Calla, captain of the Dawn Star.
Well, here's the thing. For the first time in like ever, I'm out of
Out of?
packs.
Yeah.
So if I
Where-
use the Eviscerator, I only have 2 shots.
Well, I have
Didn't we
some
give
extra
you
power
some?
cells.
Yeah,
Do you?
I thought we had
Okay.
given you some.
In the meantime, shit. Okay, in that case,
think our
Cruel,
Canadians
the droid's still up.
Yeah,
The droid is still up, yeah, sorry.
the one Jedi and the droid. But the droid is looking roughish.
So is the Jedi. The Jedi they got fucked up with that force repulse.
All right.
They're like, okay, we're gonna kill you, and then they proceed to die.
Alright, pop off, Rick. God damn.
Fuck.
It's just funny.
It has. The droid is ranged, right? So I can back up without taking opportunity attack.
You assume so.
It might kick you, or something.
It might kick me or something.
It's
Well,
a
it
long
already
droid.
made an opportunity attack against Ren. Ren.
Oh, it
Whoop.
did.
True.
Kev.
Okay, so she's gonna kind of back up and kind of shoot off to the side of Arcade in it.
Do it.
Such a tiny, just like Eviscerator against a thing. Kablam!
17 just hits.
I did actually fix it, so 13.
It's oh, you put a -4 because it has a.
I
-4, right?
couldn't actually calculate the -4. It was kind of bugging me. So I'm just gonna actually
This is plus
kind of do it
4.
mentally. Yeah,
So
the
that's-
4 + 4 + 4. That's just my natural 2 hit, that +12.
Oh. So that's a
'Cause I
13
had-
actually.
Yeah, because I have Dex plus Proficiency +4 for power, the various reasons. So it's a 13.
Yeah, 13 misses.
I only have 1. I hate this. I'll do close call.
Okay. Which lets you
Add that. So 17.
17?
17 hits, yeah.
9 plus. 11.
Okay. Minus 11 points to the droid. Slams into it, cutting straight through. The droid is looking like it's on Scrapyard's door.
Decommission door.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any extra power cells? Fuck it out.
I do.
Alright, that is going to be Corey's turn. Asher.
Okay, let's decommission this droid.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just attacky. Because all my shit is gone. Yay!
Yeah.
I think I decommission him.
The droid is just obliterated.
Yeah.
The top of it is just turned to slag, and its heavy body just slams against the ground.
And I'm
unmoving.
Gonna move. Here, just in case. I think I can. Yeah. Yep.
All right,
That's-
excellent.
He is pressed up
Oh,
against
like
the
it.
wall.
Yeah, I'm pressed up against the wall.
Sideways.
Arya. Phoenix. Arya. Arya Phoenix.
I'm muted. Sorry.
Yes.
Arya will go to there, and she will saber storm this guy over here.
Okay.
Open up sheet. 1, 2.
Oof. 18 points of damage, huh? Yeah, Arya, describe his demise.
Delicious. She senses this force storm, and she kind of just stops, and she immediately sends her lightsabers, and they just hurl towards this dude, kind of feigning, or person, I don't remember the gender, but feigning to do a frontal attack, but they kind of like spin and somersault behind, and then just excise him from the back, almost Darth Maul-esque, but doing like a scissor action and just slicing
Ooh.
him in half.
You just hear a as his body, like one part of his body just slides off the other, and he just hits the ground. Yeah, with that, we are out of combat. Poor
That's right.
bastards.
Nice moves. I'll shout out to Cat.
Where do we go?
Geralt,
Found the boy.
did you know where Zane is?
You wait as she kind of takes a second and like reaches out. And he just he's gone quiet. It's much harder to detect like this. He should still be in the same spot. I don't imagine they let him go.
Good.
Which way to that?
Into the factory. I believe. From there, I'm not sure how. I've never explored it. I just know a general direction. I just don't know how to get there.
Are there signs on these hallways? Like a hospital?
No, unfortunately there is not.
Is there any terminals or anything we can use to hack into camera system or anything?
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, in the room where all your shit was, there are 4 terminals in there, yeah.
Yeah, I have an idea. Back to the room.
All right.
Okay.
So Arke's gonna run in there and bring out his security kit. Slashes kit.
I'll
Okay.
bring mine and help.
Try to hack. See if we can get
Time
control
to
of
hack.
cameras.
Alright. Swordfish. It's always swordfish.
I'll help him because I actually am proficient in Slicer's kit as well. So
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll Slicer's check. Using
Intelligence?
using intelligence, yeah. I wasn't using advantage. Using intelligence.
Using
Using
advantage.
20.
I love how
20.
they clacked against each other.
Testicles. Okay.
Just children.
So rushing back into the room, you quickly pull out your Slicer's kit. Asher over your shoulder, talking you through it, even though you know what the fuck you're doing. You connect it.
Just run
Run a script on your slicers kit. Begin to tap a few keybinds on the keyboard itself, and you watch as you are inside the system. You see controls for controlling different like shield arrays, like to protect the facility from, like, obviously the lava that it's built around. You see for cameras, you see options to override like security protocols for turrets and locked doors.
Oh hell yeah! I want to do all of that.
You also see an option to download the layout of the facility, which is massive. It covers, as you look at it, over 1,000 kilometers of this planet's surface.
Holy fuck!
That's a lot.
This
That
is a
is a
continent.
lot. That is a lot.
Is there a way to download only the necessary part?
You can download like the whole thing and like pinpoint where you are on your
Are we
instruments.
Sure 1,000 kilometers?
Yeah,
Yes.
because I want to work out.
Over 600 miles?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
You guys saw this from like when you entered atmosphere. Like, this facility is massive.
It is a fucking state. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say a continent, but a state.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll download that and pinpoint where we are, and then use the. Can we see anything on the cameras?
Yeah. You begin. That was Phoenix. You begin to cycle through the cameras. A lot of them are just droids and factory work, like stuff that doesn't really involve you. You see 3 of the cameras are decommissioned. You can only assume those are the ones that you guys ripped off the wall. You cycle through a few others. You land on one that you see what looks like a room about the size of like a cruiser's hangar. Like, it's a massive room. You see a number of like individuals wearing hazmat suits in this room.
Yeah.
In the center of it, you see what looks like a force cage, but like the front-facing part of it is down, and you see what looks like this massive, like kind of a thin, but like with bits of like shards pressing off the sides of it, spire in the center of the room.
Is that the or okay?
Yeah. It almost resembles the artifact that Shepard touches in Mass Effect 1.
Yeah. So that's like the origins of the Black Spire, probably. What they're using to make it.
You get a sense that is probably the Black Spire.
Yeah. But do we see Zane anywhere?
You keep cycling through. Eventually, you reach the operating room, and you see Zane strapped and manacled, like force cuffed to an operating table. It looks like some sort of like cybernetic augment has been placed on his palm, from what you can see. He seems at the moment to be sedated or at least sleeping.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks like he's been like the process of like cybernetically augmenting his self has begun.
Okay. We sort of.
One other one, as you continue cycling through, you see the landing bay where your shuttle is. You see standing there at this moment is Jen standing, seemingly having a discussion with Lucy and Dre, her hands no longer cuffed.
Yeah. It's still he's still weirded out by that, but they have to work with it anyway. But can we pinpoint sort of where Zane and the Spire's locations are in terms of the map?
From just the cameras, no, you can't. There
But
are
you know it's an
three.
operated room
There
on
are
the map, right?
Yeah, there are 3 locations on the map that you downloaded that have like the blueprint of the map has rooms big enough to what you saw the Black Spire was in, but there's three of them and they're spread very far apart.
But maybe
Zane,
using the map and Joriel's
yeah,
feelings, maybe we can combine it somehow.
Zane looked like he was in some sort of operating theater, and there is a place on the map that says a medical facility, so you can only assume that might be where he is, which isn't that far from where you are.
Okay, so is it possible to hack the security system to for specific targets, like turrets and stuff?
You can certainly try and make a slicer's kit check.
As in, you know, I want the turrets to target Mandalorians.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'm still helping, right? But he would have to say it out loud.
Yeah, he's talking, you know, saying what he wants to do. I was meant to be only one roll, but 20 again.
No, the
20.
first one was the first one was the first.
Oh yeah, that was the old one.
the
18,
second
sorry.
one, yeah.
Yeah. 18. You can't program it to specifically attack Mandalorians. You can program them to not attack you and just attack everyone, though. So basically, you change the detection of it to not attack you, but to attack everyone else.
All right, that sounds good.
And
The
when
collective you.
I say you, yeah, the collective you.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as that includes Zane as well.
It's whoever you input in the code.
Yeah.
Like you.
And what else was there? Oh yeah, maybe.
And don't forget this is taking you time, and Mandalorians
Yeah, I
are
know.
descending down.
Well, I will mention that we can use these systems to lower the shields around the station later. Probably not wise to do it right now.
Because the shields are keeping the ship from burning, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's an option later.
It's like Mustafar.
I think we should
Kind
go.
of, yeah.
I think we should go now.
I saw how he did it, right? If I had to do it in a pinch, I would be able to know where to navigate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just go.
I'll tell RK, don't worry, I'm really fast at this thing. If push comes to shove, I'll take care of it.
Good. Let's go. We know roughly where Zane is. I also saw what probably is the actual Black Spire.
You saw it? It's here?
It's here. They have it
Then
here.
we destroy it.
We should destroy the facility then. Drop this entire thing into the volcanoes.
Absolutely. We'll get Zane and get him to do to lower the shields and everything.
Where's Jin?
Jin is on the platform talking to Lucian. We knew his name, right?
Yeah,
Lucian.
yeah. He introduced himself.
And she's not cuffed. I don't know. It's strange, but maybe she's doing something.
Of course she is. Sweet talker. Okay. Let's get Zane.
She got into Tressa's pants. She
Yeah.
can sweet talk anybody.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, like,
But
of course I worried
for
about
all
Jin.
for all intents and
Just
purposes,
worried about her, but
she
not
seems
like-
okay, and we have to do this.
Let's get Zane.
Okay. You guys begin to rush out and head in that direction. Switching back to Jin and Lucian.
Okay.
Rewinding a bit. Lucian kind of turns to you as you guys make your way onto the landing pad. And he just kind of looks up towards the Mandalorian cruiser that is now just kind of sat, a good 500 or so kilometers up in the air, just kind of waiting for it to kind of send its fighters down. He just looks towards you. Jen just goes, "So I am curious, do you not... You know what the Mandalorians are going to do to your companions. You truly just don't care what happens to them."
I'll admit I'd like to see Parikala put in a better place. But I'm I am very sparing with who I hand my loyalty to. And Cory is really the only one who earned it. So the rest of them are there, I suppose. If you'd asked me this a couple of years ago, perhaps I would have had a different answer, but
Huh.
not so much these days.
You wouldn't happen to know your other allies, Viz, would be, do you?
Oh no. And I couldn't care less, honestly. She wandered off to go do whatever it is the galaxy had in store for her, and honestly, I think it's for the best.
Hmm. Mandalorians will be wanting her as well, but I suppose they'll have to just settle for what I gathered.
Mm.
Hmm. How did you meet your master?
Well, I saved his life, of course. Isn't that how all great apprentices meet their masters?
Hmm. Not quite.
Hmm. I needed to get off of Terrace. I needed somebody to tell me how to control my problem. And as fate would have it, I stumbled upon a Jedi. And the rest is history. Yes.
And he did. He helped you control your powers.
Sort of. I think time dulled my desire to control them, and their strength diminished. I used to lash out. I didn't mean to.
Hmm.
Now I mean to.
I used to have trouble controlling my abilities as well.
Oh, wow. And what did you do to fix that little issue of yours? Because I'll be honest, I was going to rip the force right out of me.
Well, that is always an option. But unnecessary. I, after several failed attempts, found the right master for myself. And they showed me the way.
It's the matron, isn't it?
No, unfortunately not. No. My master died
Ooh.
in the Krath
Ah,
War, the Great Sith War, as they now call it.
yeah. That really sucks, man.
She was unlike anyone I'd ever seen or met, or have yet to meet.
What is her name?
Sabora.
Well, shit.
Hey,
Is that important? Is that important, you guys? The fuck does that mean?
I'll
I
tell
was-
you later.
I was her first apprentice, but I was fast-tracked to being knighted.
Oh wow.
Everything connects to
overachieving.
RK. Fuck.
Is that RK's master?
Uh huh.
Oh yes, bitch. Oh.
Which I say fast-tracked to being knighted, but truthfully, I just think the council on Dantooine wanted her specifically to train a different Padawan. One that shared her genetic makeup.
Oh. So you got the boots so they could put in the better Padawan, is what you're saying.
You could say that.
I'm gonna be real here. Maybe this is like blasphemy for you, but Jedi kinda sound like they suck shit. What's his reaction? How much does he want to murder me?
Roll an insight check.
Yeah, baby. Insight. That's a 9. I am very good at this game.
9.
Nice on
He just chuckles as you say that.
What it is, what it is.
The Jedi have their priorities. Sometimes misplaced they may be, but they are not a bad bunch. Sometimes they think a bit too linear. But that's alright. Because that's where people like me and the Covenant come in to correct their linear thinking.
You still consider yourself among the ranks of the Jedi? Or are you above it all?
I worked hard to become a Jedi Master, so it is not a title that I will throw away willingly. But are they my brethren? Not really. The Covenant are my people. And I suppose, quite literally, now so are you and Zane.
Do you take care of your people?
I do. Very well.
Because I'll be honest here. Just from a newcomer's perspective, what was happening on that table back there didn't really seem like taking care of your people. People can have a purpose to serve and you can use them like tools, but that doesn't mean you have to abuse them.
That, Jin, that is not abuse. That is me opening Zane's mind.
Wow.
Yeah, but you could do it with the finesse of like a lockpick, and less with the brute strength of a crowbar. Really?
I could, but thus far he has been so unwilling to let go and truly give in to his gift. Or perhaps he also hasn't found the right master. Or maybe he has now. He looks at you.
So that's what I'm here for then? Because I'll be honest, all I've really got going for me is being the muscle. Doesn't seem like I have a place among the high thinking folk.
You have such a little, very low opinion of yourself.
I'll give you that.
We'll change that. Maybe I can even succeed where your other master failed and truly teach you the true power of the Force.
Many have tried, few have succeeded.
As far as I can tell, none have.
Yeah, they all die first. You should be worried.
Oh, I'm not. I have more than the Force watching over me.
Neat.
Boop, boop. You both hear an alarm begin to go off. And he
Shit.
kind of looks up and looks over at you. You truly don't care what happens to your friends?
I mean, I'm about to hand them over to the Mandalorians.
We're partners.
Yes.
Roll a deception check.
Coming off the heels of that 9? Really not feeling good. Maybe I should have been though. That's a 20.
There you go.
God
There you
said.
go. There you go.
God said this bib is gonna last.
Yeah.
20. He nods. Reaches into he pulls off his oversized Jedi robe and kind of tosses it to the ground, revealing like his just Jedi tunic, like his like Obi-Wan Jedi tunic underneath.
Yeah.
Reaches in to the tunic and pulls out your lightsaber and hands it to you.
Oh, now this is what I like to see, and she gives it like a flourish.
Your friends will be here momentarily, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Together. Not only as partners, but as father and daughter. We will cut them down.
You got it. It's been a while since I've been in a fight worth my time.
A few moments later, the rest of you rushing out of that portion, rushing through the main hallway back out the way you came, you begin to come upon the landing pad, where you see standing there waiting, weapons in hand, Lucian Dre and Jin. Lucian calls out to you all as you approach. You can surrender now, or me and my new partner will cut you down, piece by piece.
Can we just ignore them and keep running?
Yeah, right.
You have to go right past them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anytime.
I was
How many power cells did I get from RK?
3.
3.
3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 power cells.
so this is not
Oh,
the way
plus
to
1
get to
power
Zane.
cells. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, this is the way you
'Cause
have to
I'm
go.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because this is the way into the factory proper.
Okay. Got it. Can I insight check, Jen?
Sure,
Or
roll insight
demeanor.
check.
Okay, I'm not Viz, but
Actually, I want to do that too, because okay, he's really freaking out.
25.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, roll insight check. Okay.
Yeah, Brian, stupid. Roll 20. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. Jen, what are you conveying to them through your body language?
She is. I guess I have to. I'll take that deception check from before, or would you like me to roll another one? Because she is lying to him.
Oh, that's true. Roll
Again.
another deception check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey never
Okay,
has a doubt in
good.
her mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know her very well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm no
13. Both
I do,
Asher and RK. I'm assuming you, Jen. What do you convey to them?
She, for all intents and purposes, she is doing everything she is supposed to do. She looks like she is ready to fight. And she still has that same sort of fake smile that she's always sporting. But the way that her body is angled is less as if she's about to strike all of you. She stands a little bit behind Dre. Her body is angled a little more towards Dre than you would expect if she was going to come straight at you.
Okay. Noticing that, I was like, how could you do that? To your friends.
Friends? Oh, you crack me up, new guy. Fuck.
How about you prove your loyalty then? Let's do this.
Noted. And she will ignite the lightsaber.
Okay. Lucian Dre also activates his green lightsaber crackling to life. So you're not
How
surrendering then?
Of course not.
Surrender is for the meek.
Who the fuck is that guy?
And death is for the weak.
Capacity boost.
Alright, let's get on with this. And she's gonna come running. She's going to start moving forward.
Okay.
Giving the lightsaber a bit of a flourish. Like, you guys better fucking do something.
I'm gonna, as she's going towards, I'm gonna angle my gun to her. And as she starts, like, when she gets like 10 feet, I'm gonna aim at him and shoot.
Okay. As Jim begins to move forward, flourishing her lightsaber, you aim at her and then tilt. The bolt flies forward. And that is where we're going to pick up next session.
Excellent.
Oh
Like
my
concealing that I'm aiming at her, but then at the last minute shoot him instead.
But I will kill him
Delicious.
now.
I want to play for 8 hours.
I would, but I have a test tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Messed up.
I want
Yeah.
more D&D, Papa.
I want to play for 8 hours.
Oh man, crazy session. Goodbye, internet.
Hey,
Great.
goodbye,